Unofficial histories claim Mo Gio was a remarkable woman. She possessed the ability to bewitch people's hearts, causing her young brother-in-law to become utterly captivated by her. However, in Mo Gio's eyes, these unofficial accounts were pure nonsense. She was merely a woman who had transmigrated. The moment she arrived, she gained a handsome, ascetic young brother-in-law. This brother-in-law demanded Mo Gio marry his dying elder brother to bring good fortune and drive away illness. How could Mo Gio possibly agree to such an absurd request? Thus, Mo Gio resolved to escape the marriage. Mo Gio seized every opportunity to flee. Her first escape attempt ended with her being captured by her brother-in-law. Her second escape attempt, she had just climbed a tree when she was discovered again. Escape failed. On the third day, Mo Gio constructed a flying device. She had barely taken flight when her brother-in-law spotted her once more. Since escaping was impossible, she might as well focus on building her own ventures, and perhaps tease her brother-in-law along the way. Occasionally, she also had to defeat her love rival, the young female cousin. But who would have thought? Amidst their clashes and struggles, an unexpected spark ignited between her and her brother-in-law. As a researcher for the Ajo Cultural Relics and Archaeology Research Institute, Mo Gio was investigating the Yi clan's Inshan Imperial Mausoleum. Because the inscriptions were severely damaged, Mo Gio couldn't make out the content clearly. She only saw one tombstone engraved with Di Taizu, Xiao Yuan Jiao. Suddenly, Mo Gio seemed to hear someone calling her name, even saying that Mo Gio would come one day. This abrupt voice startled Mo Gio badly. She blindly asked who was speaking. When she looked up, she suddenly found herself engulfed by countless pillars of light. Then, Mo Gio fainted. When Mo Gio groggily regained consciousness, she heard many people talking nearby, seemingly speaking ill of her. At the same time, her body wouldn't move. Just then, she heard someone calling her name, telling her to wake up. Hearing the call, Mo Gio finally jolted awake, only to see a stunningly handsome man dressed in ornate, ancient robes before her. This handsome man was the sixth master of the Shao Manor, Shao Qian. Gazing at this handsome face, Mo Gio felt a bit dazed. She questioned where the man in front of her had popped out from and why he was wearing ancient clothing. Hearing Mo Gio's clear voice, Shao Qian knew she was awake. He ordered Song Ao to take Mo Gio away. Song Ao thought to himself that this woman was incredibly bold, daring to escape a marriage with the Shao family. He urged Mo Gio to mount the horse quickly, hoping the spirited steed would give her a hard time. Sitting on the horse, Mo Gio looked around. This didn't look like the Inshan Imperial Mausoleum. Could it be she had transmigrated and landed a script where she escapes marriage only to be caught? Mo Gio wasn't about to obediently follow any script. Since there was a horse beneath her, this was a perfect chance to escape. Mo Gio tightened the reins, gave a firm kick, and the horse bolted forward. Mo Gio didn't forget to wave goodbye to the people behind her. Song Ao was filled with regret. He hadn't expected Mo Gio to know how to handle horses. Song Ao told Shao Qian not to just stand there lungda and to quickly pursue Mo Gio. Shao Qian coolly replied, "There's no need." Then he vanished on the spot, leaving only an afterimage. A while later, Mo Gio was still riding wildly, pondering why she had no memories of the original owner of this body. Meanwhile, Shao Qian had already positioned himself on the path Mo Gio was bound to take. He sat on a tree branch, quietly waiting for her arrival. When Mo Gio rode past, Shao Qian pushed off the tree trunk with one foot, leaping directly onto the horse's back. He swiftly grabbed the reins, bringing the horse to a halt. Mo Gio felt someone behind her and angrily told them to get off immediately. Only when she turned her head did she realize Shao Qian had caught up. The words she was about to say were quickly swallowed back. Shao Qian told Mo Gio to stop causing trouble and go home, addressing her as sister-in-law. Being called sister-in-law by Shao Qian felt incredibly awkward. Just then, the sound of hoofbeats approached from behind. The main group had caught up. A woman rushed over. Seeing Mo Gio and Shao Qian embracing, she demanded they separate at once. Mo Gio wondered who this woman was. It turned out she was the original body owner's mother's dowry maid. Aunt Lon looked at Mo Gio as if she didn't recognize her. She concluded that Mo Gio's madness must have worsened. Mo Gio was curious. How could she have madness? Shao Qian told Mo Gio to share a carriage with him. afraid she might cause more trouble if left unsupervised. Hearing Xiao Qian call her eldest sister-in-law, Mo Jio's head throbbed. But she had no choice. She could only share the carriage with Xiao Qian. She hadn't expected the inside of the carriage to be so refreshingly cool. Across from her, Xiao Qian was resting with his eyes closed. Mo Jio suspected there might be ice hidden in the carriage, so she began tapping around. Sure enough, she found a mechanism. There were many hidden compartments in the carriage. Inside one compartment, there was actually incense. After checking the wall beside her, Mo Jio's gaze fixed upon the wall behind Xiao Qian. She sensed another hidden compartment there and instinctively reached out to investigate. Just then, Xiao Qian, who had been resting with his eyes closed, swiftly caught her hand. He admonished her to be still and refrain from improper behavior. At that moment, the carriage gave a sudden lurch. Caught off balance, Mo Jio tumbled forward, landing squarely upon Xiao Qian. They were face to face, mere inches apart. A flush crept up Xiao Qian's neck as he awkwardly urged her, "Get up quickly." Seeing Xiao Qian's flustered state, a mischievous spark ignited within Mo Jio. She leaned in playfully, murmuring, "Don't be afraid. Your dear sister-in-law will take good care of you." Xiao Qian was rendered utterly speechless. Instead of rising, Mo Jio remained where she was and began examining the wall behind him more closely. With a soft click, her fingers found it, the hidden compartment. Xiao Qian stared, baffled. How could she possibly know about such a cleverly concealed mechanism? Could it be that she understood the art of mechanics? Then again, he mused, she was a daughter of the Mo family. Perhaps proficiency in mechanics was to be expected. Listening to Xiao Qian's muttered thoughts, Mo Jio began to suspect that the original owner of this body must have possessed knowledge of such contraptions as well. Xiao Qian then shared a rumor with Mo Jio. It was said that her particular branch of the family consisted solely of women, all cursed to bring misfortune upon their husbands, a fate of heavenly widowhood. Mo Jio found this hard to believe. If she was destined to be a widow, why on earth would the Xiao family arrange for her to marry into their household? Xiao Qian explained that a fortune teller had advised that his elder brother, whose life force was fading, needed a bride blessed by heavenly fate to counteract the encroaching sickness. Mo Jio's birth chart perfectly matched his brother's. She was deemed the destined one. Hearing Xiao Qian's explanation, Mo Jio felt a wave of disbelief wash over her. A heavenly widow's fate? Forced into marriage to dispel bad luck? What an utterly bizarre storyline. Instantly, Mo Jio shifted tactics, adopting a heart-wrenchingly pitiful expression. She pleaded with Xiao Qian, begging him to release her. This display of vulnerability was merely a performance, a desperate attempt to get away from the Xiao family, so she could figure out how to return her own time back to the modern world. Xiao Qian probed, "Do you truly not wish to marry my brother?" Before Mo Jio could utter a word, Xiao Qian called out an order to the men outside the carriage, "Head to Shui." Mo Jio had no idea what scheme he was hatching now. It turned out Xiao Qian intended to visit Mo Jio's family home and formally break off the engagement. Half an hour later, the group arrived at a modest courtyard in Shui. So this must be the original owner's home, Mo Jio thought. Stepping into the yard, she saw a woman who looked remarkably old. She learned this was the original Mo Jio's mother, Jinyang, but couldn't fathom why she appeared so aged. Mo Jio's mother addressed Xiao Qian respectfully as Lord Commissioner of Military Affairs. Upon understanding the purpose of their visit, she burst into tears, pleading, "Please, Lord Xiao Qian, forgive Mo Jio's moment of folly. Our family will absolutely not break off this engagement." Mo Jio, clueless about the title Lord Commissioner, felt Aunt Lan beside her discreetly begin to explain Xiao Qian's significant status and background. Only then did Mo Jio grasp the truth. Xiao Qian held command over the vast million-strong army of the Southern Rong territory. Furthermore, Song Ao, the young man accompanying him, was a prince. His mother was none other than the emperor's current favorite, consort Xiao Qian, who also hailed from the powerful Xiao clan. The reality of the Xiao family's immense power finally hit Mo Jio. Antagonizing such a family was far too perilous. She absolutely could not afford to get entangled with them. Escaping, and escaping quickly, was her only priority. Inside the main hall of the Mo residence, Mo Jio's mother, Jin Yang, continued to apologize profusely to Xiao Qian, reiterating firmly, "We will never agree to break the engagement. If Mo Jio has done anything wrong, I will take responsibility and apologize on her behalf." Xiao Qian stated calmly, "Although my elder brother's life hangs in the balance, if Miss Mo is unwilling, my family will not resort to coercion or force in this marriage." Jin Yang countered desperately, declaring that her own life and Mo Jio's were now intrinsically linked to this marriage, effectively placing their fates entirely in Xiao Qian's hands. Mo Jio couldn't comprehend this turn of events. Aunt Lan leaned in again, whispering the crucial piece of information. Xiao Qian possessed medical skills reputed to be unmatched in the world. If Mo Jio married into the family, Xiao Qian, as part of the betrothal agreement, could potentially cure the affliction causing both Mo Jio and Jin Yang to suffer from premature aging. The implication was staggering. Mo Jio herself was destined to wither prematurely before even reaching the age of 25. Hearing this, her mother became even more adamant, refusing any possibility of canceling the wedding. Xiao Qian, perhaps moved or seeing an opportunity, agreed not to dissolve the engagement. However, he stipulated that if the marriage were to proceed, Jin Yang must add one specific item to Mo Jio's dowry. Jin Yang understood precisely what Xiao Qian desired. In their current desperate circumstances, she felt she had no choice but to concede to his condition. That very night, Mo Jio launched yet another daring escape attempt. She couldn't care less about some premature, aging curse. If she could just find a way back to her modern world, none of these ancient ailments would matter. A locked door was no match for her determination to flee. She absolutely refused to marry. Let someone else marry him if they wished. Hoisting herself onto a tree stump near the wall, Mo Jio gathered her courage and took a flying leap towards the top of the courtyard wall. At that exact moment, Xiao Qian, standing just outside the wall, heard the sharp barking of a dog. The yapping came from Wang Kai, Xiao Qian's cherished pet dog. He turned his gaze towards the direction of the commotion. What greeted him was the sight of Mo Jio plummeting from the sky. With a resounding thud, she landed face first, sprawled inelegantly on the ground. Xiao Qian strode over to inspect the crumpled figure. "What's this?" he inquired dryly, nudging her slightly. Feeling peckish in the middle of the night, and decided to come out for a mouthful of dirt, Mo Jio, having scrambled back to her feet, spat out several mouthfuls of dirt. She complained that Xiao Qian had seen her fall, but hadn't thought to catch her. Xiao Qian retorted that propriety must be maintained between men and women. Physical contact was inappropriate. Mo Jio immediately sneered. Wasn't Xiao Qian afraid of gossip, standing beneath his sister-in-law's wall in the dead of night? Xiao Qian explained it was because Mo Jio was restless. He was watching over this sister-in-law on his brother's behalf. Angrily, Mo Jio declared Xiao Qian was nothing but a loyal dog. Hearing the words loyal dog, Wang Kai happily bounded over. The moment she saw Wang Kai, Mo Jio threw herself at Xiao Qian, claiming she was terrified of dogs. Then, clinging to him, she screamed for help. Wang Kai was startled by Mo Jio's actions. Xiao Qian also urged Mo Jio to let go immediately to get off him. But Mo Jio demanded Xiao Qian drive Wang Kai away, far away from her, where she wouldn't get down. Xiao Qian had no choice but to order Wang Kai to move further off. Still uneasy, Mo Jio asked Xiao Qian if Wang Kai was gone. Xiao Qian informed her the dog was far away now. She could get down. Their embrace was truly improper. Both felt a surge of awkwardness, neither knowing quite what to say. It was Mo Jio who broke the silence, managing only to utter, "Just now," when they heard someone shouting, "Let go of me!" Not far off, two large men were dragging a young girl. They declared they were taking the girl to a wealthy household. The girl struggled, crying no, and begging the two men to let her go. Mo Jio couldn't believe how poor public safety was in this world. She hoped Xiao Qian, as the Lord Commissioner of Military Affairs, would intervene. However, Xiao Qian stated this was a matter of public welfare, whereas he was in charge of military intelligence. Mo Jio had already expected that Xiao Qian, with his icy demeanor, would surely be callous and lack compassion. Mo Jio told Xiao Qian, "What if it were me who fell into the hands of villains?" You couldn't just stand by then. With that, Mo Jio walked towards the two ruffians, ordering them to halt and demanding if they had any regard for the law. Seeing Mo Jio approach, the two men felt their luck had turned. This girl was quite pretty. The young girl held captive by the men urged Mo Jio to run quickly. One of the men rushed towards Mo Jio, grabbing her arm so she couldn't escape. Seeing Xiao Qian still showing no intention of intervening, Mo Jio shouted his name loudly, begging him to save her. If she were sold off, what would become of the Xiao family's reputation? Yet, the more she called for Xiao Qian, the further away he walked. She too was dragged away by the villains. After they had gone some distance, Xiao Qian snapped his fingers and several hidden guards appeared beside him. Xiao Qian ordered one guard, named Shui Fang, to gather nearby operatives and investigate why people from the Jin state were engaging in human trafficking in Nanrong. Simultaneously, Xiao Qian instructed Shui Fang to personally follow Mo Jio and report any developments immediately, warning him not to alert the enemy. 2 days had passed. Mo Jio and Li Xinmei were brought to Zhaoshan City. Li Xinmei overheard people outside, saying their current location was the residence of the Zhaoshan Transport Commissioner. She grew terrified. Mo Jio comforted her, promising she would protect Li Xinmei. Just then, with a creak, the room door was pushed open. 2 men entered, immediately ordering Mo Jio and the other girl to undress. This man was the Zhaoshan Transport Commissioner, Xie Bingsheng. Mo Jio warned him that if she took off her clothes, he would die. Xie Bingsheng scoffed dismissively, saying that dying upon a young lady's belly would be one of life's great pleasures. Mo Jio asked Xie Bingsheng if he truly didn't know her identity. Mo Jio then declared she was the widowed daughter of the Mo family and also the sister-in-law of Nanrong's most powerful official, Xiao Qian. Hearing Mo Jio's identity, Xie Bingsheng stated there was all the more reason not to let them leave. As he spoke, he lightly toyed with a strand of Mo Jio's hair. Mo Jio recoiled, telling Xie Bingsheng that as an heir to the Mo family, she understood the ways of incense and the arts of feng shui and geomancy. She could see that if Xie Bingsheng were to engage in that act now, disaster would surely befall him. Hearing Mo Jio's words, Xie Bingsheng found it amusing and burst into laughter. He informed Mo Jio he particularly enjoyed women who used their brains. Tonight, he intended to engage in the act of continuing the family line with Mo Jio. Mo Jio felt Xie Bingsheng wouldn't dare. Xie Bingsheng told her that within the Zhaoshan territory, there was nothing he dared not do. He added that after he was finished with her, he would dismember Mo Jio and feed her to the dogs. Outside the city, Xiao Qian sat in his carriage. Shui Fang came to report on Mo Jio's situation. He informed Xiao Qian that Xie Bingsheng intended to play with Mo Jio until he tired of her, and then kill her. Hearing Shui Fang's words, Xiao Qian exclaimed, "Such audacity from this Xie Bingsheng." Subsequently, Xiao Qian and Song Ao, leading guards, arrived at Xie Bingsheng's residence. They kicked the door open directly, shouting loudly for Xie Bingsheng to come out. Just then, a servant appeared, informing the two that Xie Bingsheng had already retired for the night. But Song Ao saw, through the window's silhouette, a figure sitting inside the room. But then he noticed the floor awash with blood. Song Ao pushed the door open, only to find a man slumped against the wall, motionless, clutching a pipa to his chest. Xiao Qian pressed his weapon to Pusong's throat, demanding Mo Jio's whereabouts. Pusong inquired if Xiao Qian sought the young lady skilled in geomancy and reading fish. He added that she was quite resourceful, having persuaded Xie Bingsheng to permit her departure. Just then, Xiao Qian heard a noise outside and strode swiftly towards it. Song Ao called for him to wait, following closely behind him out the door. Tracing the sound to its source, they both looked up. High in the sky, they saw a figure riding a flying contraption, scattering a sheaf of something towards the ground. That person was none other than Mo Jio. Song Ao gaped at the object resembling a giant bird, mistaking it for a monster, perhaps even accompanied by a female specter. Xiao Qian bent down and picked up the bundle that had fluttered to the earth. It contained a thick stack of silver banknotes and a slip of paper. The note read, "Bride price and reward returned twofold. Henceforth we are even. Farewell." Song Ao remarked that the tone sounded remarkably like Xiao Qian's sister-in-law. Xiao Qian instructed Song Ao to report that Xie Bingsheng, implicated in corruption, bribery, and collusion with the Jin, had committed suicide to escape punishment, the evidence irrefutable. Song Ao was baffled. Xie Bingsheng bore numerous wounds. How could that be suicide? Before he could voice his doubts, Xiao Qian had vanished from the spot. Soaring through the air, Mo Jiu mused. Surely Xiao Qian can't catch me this time? But then, the distinct sound of galloping hooves reached her ears from below. She glanced down. It was Xiao Qian, relentlessly pursuing her on horseback. That man is truly inescapable, she thought grimly. Just then, Mo Jiu felt a sudden crosswind buffet her flying machine, throwing it off balance. Her hands slipped from the controls. Her body became detached from the contraption. She tumbled from the sky, screaming as she plummeted towards the ground below. Hearing Mo Jiu's desperate cries, Xiao Qian yanked hard on his reins, bringing his horse to a halt. He launched himself upwards, soaring towards Mo Jiu's falling figure with arms outstretched. He caught her just as she fell. Before Mo Jiu could fully cry out his name, there was a heavy thud. Both crashed on the ground, with Mo Jiu landing underneath, gasping sharply from the impact. Feeling indignant, why should she be the cushion? She grabbed Xiao Qian and, with a heave, flipped him over, pinning him beneath her. Mo Jiu then noticed a pile of splintered wood nearby. Peering closer, she recognized the wreckage of her flying machine. The glider, her precious creation, destroyed after its fall from the sky, reduced to mere kindling. Mo Jiu burst into heartbroken tears. It was the glider she had painstakingly built, her successful invention. Xiao Qian, however, regarded the wreckage with fascination. This flying device, he asked Mo Jiu, did you build it? How could it carry a person and travel such a distance? Mo Jiu retorted, if you wish to understand its principles, then let me go. Release me, and I shall explain how the glider works. Without uttering another word, Xiao Qian abruptly swung Mo Jiu over his shoulder. Startled, Mo Jiu protested, could you perhaps provide some warning before doing such things? Had I warned you, Xiao Qian replied coolly, you would have simply fled again. Now that Xie Bingsheng is dead, you're the primary suspect. Mo Jiu stared, shocked by the news of Xie Bingsheng's death. Xiao Qian deftly seized Mo Jiu's wrist. Dare to run again, he warned, his voice low, and I will bind you to my side, watching your every move. Sharing the same horse on the journey back, Mo Jiu couldn't help but ask, is Xie Bingsheng truly dead? Xiao Qian confirmed with a solemn nod. It's because his residence, Mo Jiu explained, accumulated an overwhelming amount of negative Sha energy. Such a feng shui configuration was bound to lead to disaster sooner or later. When Xie Bingsheng brought me there earlier, she elaborated, I immediately noticed the flawed feng shui of his house. Furthermore, the excessive number of women within created a 3-yin snatching yang pattern, generating potent negative Sha. Xie Bingsheng seemed convinced by my words and asked me to resolve the issue. I deceived him, claiming I needed to perform a ritual at the highest point of the residence. Seizing that opportunity, I constructed the glider and made my escape. Xiao Qian remarked dryly, you spoke of rescuing that young lady, yet you fled instead. Hardly righteous. Mo Jiu countered, I fled because I knew you would inevitably come searching for me. Once you arrived, Li Ximei would certainly be saved. I simply hadn't anticipated your arrival quite so soon. Xiao Qian abruptly grabbed Mo Jiu's head, turning her to face him. All the experience I've gained chasing you, he stated flatly. That's how I found you so quickly. Mo Jiu sputtered, but I returned the bride price twofold. You should release me. Xiao Qian merely replied, that was money given to you by Xie Bingsheng. It counts only as ill-gotten gains and has already been confiscated. The injustice struck Mo Jiu with such force, she nearly choked, feeling as though she might cough up blood. Mo Jiu knew she couldn't escape Xiao Qian's grasp. Rather than constantly thinking about fleeing, she might as well rest for a moment. As her mood relaxed, drowsiness washed over her. Mo Jiu, nestled in Xiao Qian's embrace, simply fell asleep. Xiao Qian looked down at the dead-asleep Mo Jiu, helpless but to support her head with his hand to prevent her from falling off the horse. From not far off came the barking of a dog, and a horse carriage gradually approached. Xiao Qian dismounted, carrying Mo Jiu. She slept like a log. Xiao Qian placed Mo Jio onto the carriage. Wang Kai poked his head out, whining insistently. Hearing Wang Kai's cries, Mo Jio subconsciously clutched at the corner of Xiao Qian's robe, not letting him leave. Because Mo Jio was afraid of dogs. Still half asleep, Mo Jio pulled Xiao Qian, urging him onto the carriage to stay with her, constantly murmuring about being scared of him. Pulled by Mo Jio, Xiao Qian felt a bit awkward. He gently reassured Mo Jio, "Don't be afraid. There are no dogs now, go to sleep." Then, thoughtfully, he covered Mo Jio with a blanket. The next day, the group arrived at a border relay station. Mo Jio hadn't fully woken up when she heard a girl's voice speaking. It seemed to be about some shameless little hussy who had taken Lord Zhao's carriage, disturbing her sleep. Mo Jio asked who was speaking out there. The girl came to the side of the carriage and saw Mo Jio sitting inside, looking like she had just woken up, her clothes slightly disheveled. Was she trying to seduce Xiao Qian? She couldn't let such a woman go unchecked. She demanded Mo Jio get out of the carriage immediately and pay her respects. This girl in purple was the Xian Commandery Princess, Song Yin. Seeing Mo Jio alight from the carriage, Song Yin began to introduce herself. By His Majesty's Grace, Xian Commandery Princess, Xiao Qian's cousin. Before Song Ao could finish, Mo Jio yawned and remarked that she had finally met a living commandery princess. Mo Jio didn't forget to tease Song Yin, calling her an old-fashioned antique and rather domineering too. Infuriated, Song Yin demanded of Xiao Qian, "Who is this woman?" Despite Song Yin further, Mo Jio called out sweetly to Xiao Qian, "Luling." She struck some alluring poses and spoke cloying words of affection, rendering Song Yin speechless with rage where she stood. Song Yin was utterly incensed by Mo Jio, vowing to kill her. Xiao Qian told Song Yin that Mo Jio was not sound of mind and suffered from a chronic illness, hoping Song Yin wouldn't hold it against her. Song Yin claimed she felt unwell. She had chased Xiao Qian to the relay station, hoping he would examine her. Xiao Qian checked Song Yan's pulse. He knew she merely wanted to see him and that her body was fine, without major issues. Mo Jio, however, told Song Yin that Xiao Qian had only dismissed her concerns because he wanted to spend a pleasant night with her, Mo Jio. Song Yin looked at the intimate pair, listening to Mo Jio's mocking words. She burst into tears of anger, turned, and ran away. Once Song Yin was far enough away, the coquettish expression vanished instantly from Mo Jio's face. Xiao Qian turned and took Mo Jio's hand, teasing her, "I had no idea you wished to spend a pleasant night with me." Just then, a voice called out, "Sister Mo Jio." Mo Jio immediately recognized Li Xinmei's voice. Looking in the direction of the sound, Mo Jio saw Li Xinmei's figure. Li Xinmei threw herself into Mo Jio's arms. She had been constantly worried about Mo Jio and was overjoyed to see her safe and sound. Mo Jio hugged Li Xinmei, comforting her, saying that everything was over now. It was all right. She then asked Xiao Qian for leave. Li Xinmei had been frightened, and she needed to take her to rest. With a word of farewell, she pulled Li Xinmei and hurried away. At this moment, Song Ao approached. He asked Xiao Qian if the person who had just run off crying was Song Yin. He hoped Xiao Qian wouldn't take it to heart. Song Yin had always had a bad temper since childhood. Xiao Qian indicated he had already sent guards after Song Yin, reassuring Song Ao not to worry. Xiao Qian and Song Ao walked and discussed official matters. Song Ao knew that this time, with the Xie Bingxing case, Xiao Qian was angling for the bigger fish within the Xie family. He had even involved his own yet-to-be-wedded sister-in-law, referring to Mo Jio's perceived status. But Song Ao also knew that Chancellor Xie would not let the matter rest easily. Xiao Qian, however, told Song Ao it was fine. His Majesty had to consider Song Ao. Mo Jio lay comfortably on the bed, while Li Xinmei worried about the runaway Song Yin. Mo Jio didn't understand why Li Xinmei would worry about an imperial daughter. Li Xinmei told Mo Jio she was afraid that if something happened to Song Yin, Mo Jio would be implicated. As they were talking, Mo Jio saw Xiao Qian return from outside, but didn't see Song Yin come back with him. Could Song Yin truly be lost? That shouldn't be right. Song Yin had run off just moments before, and Xiao Qian had immediately sent people after her. Just then, Li Xinmei told Mo Jio she was hungry. Mo Jio knew Li Xinmei was still a child, growing, so it was normal for her to be hungry. Moreover, Li Xinmei was with her. How could Mo Jio let her go hungry? Li Xinmei knew that once the evening mealtime passed at the relay station, they wouldn't provide food for servants. Mo Jio, however, didn't believe in such distinctions between superiors and inferiors. He had seen someone deliver fresh fruits to Xiao Qian, and he decided to go ask Li Xinmei for some. Mo Jio headed towards the main building of the relay station. But the direction of the main house was dark, devoid of lights. Could it be that Xiao Qian had already gone to sleep? Mo Jio noticed Xiao Qian's window was still open. He walked over and peered inside through the window. This glance proved quite startling. It turned out Xiao Qian was bathing. The sight made Mo Jio blush profusely. Feeling rather embarrassed, Mo Jio accidentally bumped the window. The window creaked loudly. Xiao Qian instantly sensed someone outside. He quickly grabbed a piece of clothing and threw it on. Mo Jio hastily covered his mouth. He certainly didn't want to be caught peeping at a man bathing. Just then, a scraping sound came from the roof. Mo Jio looked up towards the sound. Sitting on the roof was a man dressed in black, wearing a bamboo hat. Seeing that Mo Jio had spotted him, the man seemed somewhat flustered. He immediately flung a volley of hidden weapons towards Mo Jio. Just as the projectiles were about to strike Mo Jio, Xiao Qian appeared in the nick of time. He grabbed Mo Jio, pulling him into an embrace. Only then did Mo Jio narrowly avoid the fatal blow from the hidden weapons, though one still managed to injure his hand. Xiao Qian ordered Xue Fong to pursue the assassin. Held in Xiao Qian's arms, Mo Jio gazed at the handsome man before him, his face flushing involuntarily. He thought this man was incredibly good-looking. Noticing Mo Jio's intense gaze, Xiao Qian couldn't help but ask what he was looking at. Mo Jio was about to ask Xiao Qian about the assassin from moments ago, but he was cut off mid-sentence by Xiao Qian. Xiao Qian turned the question back, asking Mo Jio why he was there. Mo Jio explained he had come looking for Xiao Qian to get some fruit, knowing Xiao Qian wouldn't believe him. He then added that because his family was poor when he was young, they couldn't afford baths, so he was very interested in bathing. He knew Xiao Qian would believe this even less. Mo Jio didn't know what was happening. He felt very strange. Why did he feel dizzy whenever he saw Xiao Qian? His heart was also in turmoil, fluttering like a swing. He felt his mind wasn't very clear, as if he were dreaming. He even felt an urge to rush forward and embrace Xiao Qian, to draw energy from him. At this moment, Xiao Qian grabbed Mo Jio by the collar, asking if he had any last words. As if possessed, Mo Jio uttered, "I want to touch Xiao Qian." Mo Jio realized his mind seemed to be acting on its own. Xiao Qian swiftly lifted Mo Jio into his arms, telling him not to speak anymore, because he could see Mo Jio had been poisoned. Once inside, Xiao Qian bandaged Mo Jio's wound, explaining that the poison on the assassin's hidden weapon, when mixed with the incense in his room, could cause disorientation and confusion. Mo Jio wanted to know if this poison would stimulate desire, making one susceptible to beauty and pleasure. Xiao Qian clarified that the poison didn't have such effects. It was Mo Jio's own mind thrown into chaos from peeking at him bathing. Mo Jio protested that he hadn't peeked at Xiao Qian bathing. He had just happened to come by, and besides, he hadn't seen anything. Mo Jio continued to explain that he would never have such thoughts about Xiao Qian. It must have been Xiao Qian's incense that was causing him to feel strange. Xiao Qian pinched Mo Jio's chin, telling him to stop talking, then tossed a pill into Mo Jio's mouth, silencing him. After Xiao Qian fed Mo Jio the pill, Mo Jio discovered he had lost his voice. He threw himself into Xiao Qian's arms, wanting to know what Xiao Qian had given him. Xiao Qian explained it was a medicine that would render him voiceless for the night, its effect lasting only until the next morning. Xiao Qian did this merely to remind Mo Jio that what happened tonight must not be mentioned to anyone. Mo Jio clutched his throat, kneeling in Xiao Qian's room, looking at Xiao Qian with a face full of grievance. Just then, Xue Fong returned to report. Because the assassin was highly skilled, he had managed to escape. Then, Xue Fong continued, saying there was another matter. He glanced at Mo Gio, who was still in the room. Xiao Qian told Mo Gio to eat the fruit in his room and then go back to rest early, as it was getting late. Clutching a few slices of watermelon, Mo Gio left Xiao Qian's room, slamming the door heavily behind him. Watching Mo Gio depart, Xiao Qian prompted Shui Fang to continue his report. Shui Fang reported that according to spies, traces of Mo Wang, the left steward of the Mo family, had been found near the relay station. This individual had been following Xiao Qian ever since Zhaoshan, likely because of Mo Gio. They currently had no specific information on Mo Wang's whereabouts. Xiao Qian told Shui Fang not to worry. Mo Wang would reveal himself eventually. Early the next morning, Mo Gio discovered his voice had returned. He called for Li Xinmei, who entered the room and asked Mo Gio if he still felt unwell anywhere. Mo Gio marveled at Xiao Qian's excellent medicine, which could induce temporary voicelessness on schedule without side effects. Xiao Qian had instructed them that they still needed to search for Song Yin. For the next 2 days, Mo Gio was free to move about as he pleased. Mo Gio wondered if Xiao Qian wasn't afraid he himself would run off again. Mir explained that the commander wasn't worried about Mo Gio escaping. After all, Mo Gio knew the consequences. Mir asked Mo Gio if he wanted to go out. Mo Gio immediately decided to go and have a look. Mo Gio and Mir arrived at the bustling street market of Sanjiang. It was indeed extraordinarily lively, teeming with vendors everywhere. But then, Mo Gio noticed a man standing beneath a large tree. His eyes locked onto him instantly. Finding the man strikingly familiar, Mo Gio walked towards him. He asked the man if he was waiting for him. The man was Mo Wang. Mo Wang explained he had come specifically to take Mo Gio away. He revealed to Mo Gio that on the day he fled the marriage, Mo Wang had helped divert the pursuers. But when he went back to find Mo Gio, he had already been taken away by the Xiao family. This Mo Gio, the one here now, had no knowledge of this backstory. Yet, he felt this was a heaven-sent opportunity. If not now, when would he escape? Mo Gio grabbed Mo Wang's hand, pleading with him to take him away, and began rattling off a list of Xiao Qian's various faults. Behind them, Mir anxiously called out to Mo Gio, urging him not to do anything foolish. What would happen if Lord Xiao found out? Mo Gio retorted that by the time Xiao Qian arrived, he would be long gone, living freely and happily. Mo Wang knew Xiao Qian had already arrived, yet he still pulled Mo Gio into his arms. Xiao Qian, having overheard Mo Gio's words, drawled mockingly, "My dear Saw, where are you planning to go? And who are you planning to live freely and happily with?" Just as Mo Gio was about to persuade Mo Wang to take him away, Xiao Qian, like a persistent ghost, had found his way to them. Xiao Qian casually greeted Mo Wang, completely ignoring Mo Gio. Seeing this display, Mo Gio instantly understood the purpose behind being allowed out. It was merely a ploy to lure out his lover, Mo Wang. Facing the surrounding soldiers, Mo Wang remained utterly calm, even comforting Mo Gio not to worry. Xiao Qian shot him a venomous glare, dripping sarcasm. "You hit your head and forgot everything, yet you remember your lover quite clearly." From Xiao Qian's words, Mo Wang also learned that Mo Gio was different from before because he had injured his head. With a command from Xiao Qian, the soldiers surged forward to apprehend Mo Wang. Faced with this onslaught, Mo Wang remained unfazed, even letting out a scornful laugh. With a powerful sweep of his long sleeves, he sent the soldiers scattering, leaving only a few standing. Mo Gio watched the battle calmly. Li Xinmei, however, fretted over Mo Wang's fate, wanting Mo Gio to plead with Xiao Qian to spare him. He remained composed. It was clear Mo Wang currently had the upper hand. Why would he need to beg anyone? Suddenly, Xiao Qian called a halt. Mo Wang assumed Xiao Qian was letting him go. Unexpectedly, Xiao Qian drew his sword, accusing him of murdering Xie Bingsheng. Mo Gio learned that Xie Bingsheng had been killed by Mo Wang, disguised as a woman, and subjected to the Lingxi execution, death by slow slicing. A cold sweat broke out on his back. Such brutal methods seemed utterly incongruous with Mo Wang's outwardly righteous appearance. Hearing that Mo Wang was the left steward of the Mo family, he speculated that this world also possessed a Mo family faction descended from the philosopher Mozi? If so, his transmigration into the body of Nan Rong Mo Gio, being himself a descendant of the Mo lineage, was surely no mere coincidence. Mo Wang explained he was merely punishing the wicked and promoting good. He had no desire to be enemies with Xiao Qian, only wishing to take Mo Gio away. Xiao Qian insisted they fight. If Mo Wang won, he could take Mo Gio. If Xiao Qian won, he would capture Mo Wang. Mo Wang readily agreed. Immediately, the two engaged in a fierce battle among the trees, exchanging countless blows. Mo Gio hadn't expected Xiao Qian's martial prowess to be so formidable. He could only silently pray that his bargain lover would put up a better fight. But soon, he saw his supposed paramour was in a precarious situation, clearly losing ground. He immediately rushed to Xiao Qian's side, begging him to stop fighting. Then, turning abruptly, he delivered a stinging rebuke to Mo Wang, as sharp as two slaps, lecturing him that he shouldn't have dared to raise a hand against Lord Xiao. He thoroughly berated his own lover, declaring him inferior to Lord Xiao in every conceivable way. While scolding him, he pushed Mo Wang back, step by step, pushing him further and further away. Having finished his tirade, he stepped in front of Mo Wang, whispering urgently for him to run. Xiao Qian, of course, saw right through his ploy, grinding his back teeth so hard they nearly shattered as he enunciated Mo Gio's name, syllable by painstaking syllable. Mo Wang struggled to his feet, absolutely refusing to abandon Mo Gio. Besides, he had given his word to Xiao Qian. How could he flee halfway through? Furthermore, even if only to repay Mo Gio for attempting to save him just now, he could not simply abandon him. Mo Gio felt decidedly awkward. His original plan was to let Mo Wang escape first, and then find a chance to rescue him later. But that plan was now clearly ruined. At this moment, Song Ao suddenly appeared, demanding Mo Wang release his sister, Song Yin, threatening to tear Mo Wang limb from limb. Mo Gio hid behind Mo Wang, utterly bewildered by the turn of events. Xiao Qian slowly sheathed his sword. It was precisely because of this matter that he sought Mo Wang. Although he knew the kidnapping of Song Yin was the work of the Mo family's right steward faction, unrelated to the left steward, the imperial court cared little for their internal conflicts. He advised Mo Wang to think clearly before acting and avoid making an enemy of the court. Mo Wang, always one to heed advice and ensure his own well-being, immediately asked Xiao Qian what he ought to do. Song Yin had been taken to Shangshan Manor, but the Hongzhe area surrounding it was notoriously difficult due to its mechanisms. Xiao Qian then proposed that he lead the way into the manor. Mo Gio learned from Xiao Qian that it was the right steward's faction that had abducted Song Yin. Since the passing of the Mo family's leader, the Juzi, significant power had been divided between the left and right stewards. Based on the available clues, he deduced that the division between the two factions of this generation had reached an extreme. For him, this presented a prime opportunity to understand this enigmatic Mo family better, perhaps even uncover some clues related to his transmigration. He thus proposed to accompany Mo Wang, but the latter cited the dangers of the path ahead and instructed him to remain behind. Having failed to persuade his sweetheart, he turned with a pitiful expression and began pleading with Xiao Qian. It was less pleading, however, and more of a veiled threat. After all, with no one watching him, who knew when he might simply slip away. Xiao Qian remained entirely unmoved by his threat, even contemplating locking him in his room. Mo Gio pondered for a moment, then claimed he possessed some knowledge of mechanisms. Confining him would be difficult, but bringing him along might offer valuable insights. Xiao Qian relented, ordering a horse prepared for him, but warning him sternly not to act recklessly once they were on the road, lest he face unpleasant consequences. Along the way, Mo Gio tried to coax information out of Mo Wang, speculating that the right faction was also involved in the Xie Bingshan case, and wondering aloud why the Juzi didn't intervene in the conflict between the left and right factions. Mo Wang made no attempt to conceal the truth, stating frankly that the old Mo family Juzi had passed away many years ago, and the new, destined Juzi had yet to be found. The two continued their chatter all the way, prompting Song Ao to become quite curious about what they were discussing with such intimacy. Turning his head, he noticed Xiao Qian's face was as black as if he had just finished digging coal. Xiao Qian, a man of silent, decisive action, suddenly flung a stone. The stone struck Mo Jio's horse, causing it to rear in fright. Seizing the moment, Xiao Qian played the hero, rushing in like a knight rescuing a damsel in distress, successfully calming the panicked steed. And just like that, looking fresh and innocent, he ended up sharing the same horse with Mo Jio, even dispatching Mo Wang to ride ahead and lead the way. Mo Jio remarked with thinly veiled sarcasm that the horse must understand human speech. Perhaps it had overheard him talking about wanting a master and senior brother, became displeased, and thus suddenly acted out. Xiao Qian coolly informed him that this was a Xiao family horse, intolerant of seeing a Xiao family woman getting too close to an outside man. Mo Jio immediately flushed red. The group successfully arrived at the dense forest outside Shangxian Manor. Within the woods, Mo Wang raised a Xiao flute to his lips and played a melody. As the notes faded, a Mo family disciple, Mo Lier, emerged. Having successfully summoned Mo Lier, Mo Wang assigned him the task of guiding them. Mo Lier's gaze drifted to Mo Jio, who was dismounting nearby, and found the sight strikingly familiar. He gasped out loud, "Ran Jiejie," startled by the sudden recognition. Mo Jio was momentarily bewildered himself. Mo Wang gently patted Mo Lier's head, correcting him, "That is Mo Jio. Ran Jiejie is gone." Mo Jio, however, found his curiosity piqued about this Ran Jiejie's identity. She must have borne an extraordinary resemblance to him for Mo Lier to make such a mistake. As he stood lost in thought, Xiao Qian prompted him that it was time to move. They hadn't walked for even 2.5 minutes before Mo Jio began complaining of hunger. Mo Wang reassured him they were nearly there. Just then, a scene of bustling prosperity unfolded before their eyes. Mo Lier announced their arrival. A captivatingly beautiful, red-haired woman already stood waiting at the manor gate to receive them. This was none other than Shangya, the right steward of the Mo family. Shangya explained that the princess, Song Yin, wasn't being held captive. This entire situation was orchestrated by the princess herself, solely to lure Xiao Qian here. Upon hearing this explanation, Song Ao and Xiao Qian exchanged a meaningful look, their minds already drawing conclusions. Mo Jio also sensed that Shangya was not a benevolent figure. Entering the manor rashly seemed ill-advised. Xiao Qian told him not to worry, then swiftly pulled him closer, reminding him to stay near and not wander off. Shangya led them to a rather pleasant location, introducing it as the manor's waterside hall. Throughout this, she couldn't resist teasing Mo Jio, remarking that he resembled an old acquaintance of hers, albeit slightly less attractive. Mo Jio, never one to mince words, bluntly addressed Shangya as Auntie, criticizing her poor judgment for viewing his fresh face through her outdated perspective. Shangya's expression instantly darkened, taken aback at being mocked by a mere slip of a boy who hadn't even fully matured. She immediately resorted to her signature move for ensnaring men, tripping her left foot over her right, aiming to fall gracefully into Xiao Qian's embrace, complete with a feigned, delicate cry of surprise. Instead, she ended up tumbling awkwardly onto the ground, earning a muttered insult from Mo Jio, so fleshy and fat. Song Ao didn't miss the opportunity either, pressing her immediately about Song Yan's whereabouts. Shangya, striking provocative poses all the while, informed them that Song Yan had accidentally wandered into the Chinquan cave and fallen victim to her soul-parting goo. She asserted that the goo could only be broken if Xiao Qian, with his pure yang body, allowed her, a cultivator aligned with the Changbai grass, a single union. Mo Jio grabbed his arm, retorting irritably, "What goo? You need to sleep together just to break it." Unexpectedly, Shangya ignored him completely, persisting in telling Xiao Qian that this was the most convenient way to break the goo. Xiao Qian felt such a request was trivial, but unfortunately, he was inherently fastidious and disliked impure women. Her pride wounded by the rejection, Shangya furiously demanded if Xiao Qian intended to be so utterly merciless. Mo Jio quickly stepped forward to explain that since Lord Xiao possessed exquisite medical skills, breaking the goo wouldn't require troubling Shangya. It was precisely this explanation that gave Shanya a way to save face, while also giving Xiao Qian an opening to demand the person back. Given the circumstances, Shanya could no longer refuse to hand her over. She ordered her people to bring the county mistress out. When Song Ao saw his younger sister's vacant stare, he found it momentarily difficult to accept. Mo Jio hadn't expected the young county mistress's condition to be so dire either, though he didn't forget to casually grab a pastry to eat. Song Ao turned to Xiao Qian for help, wanting to know if there was truly a cure for the soul-parting goo. Shanya theatrically draped her clothes back on and informed Xiao Qian that the soul-parting goo could only be broken by her method. Mo Jio suddenly interrupted their conversation, suspecting Shanya's pastries were undercooked, causing his stomach to ache. Mo Lear volunteered to take Mo Jio to the latrine. But Mo Jio wasn't actually suffering from abdominal pain. He just wanted a chance to slip away. He asked Mo Lear if the method for breaking the goo was real or fake. She immediately dropped a bombshell on him. She revealed that Shanya had been sleeping with her master. Shanya cultivated a type of beauty-enhancing charm technique that required supplementing yang energy. She likely just coveted Xiao Qian's body and couldn't actually break the goo. After hearing Mo Lear's detailed account, Mo Jio suddenly had an idea. He asked her if she knew where the manor's water well was located. Mo Lear didn't understand why he was looking for a well. He simply told her that heavenly secrets could not be revealed. Finding the well took them a full quarter of an hour back and forth before they accomplished their task. Just as they were about to head back, a significant commotion erupted behind them. It was Qiao Zhanping, an elder from the Mo family's front gate. He didn't appear to have good intentions. The two quickly hid. Judging by Qiao Zhanping's imposing manner, Mo Lear guessed he was planning to rebel. Sensing trouble, the pair swiftly fled the volatile scene. Mo Jio immediately hid behind Xiao Qian, feeling slightly more secure there. Xiao Qian asked what he was looking at. Mo Jio merely complimented his handsome appearance. Seeing Xiao Zhanping arrive, Shanya instantly became agitated, slamming the table and demanding how he dared act so recklessly with esteemed guests present. Little did she know, Xiao Zhanping had been waiting for this exact moment. He intended for them all to perish here, thereby restoring the Mo family's prestige. Song Ao was the first to object to such a grandiose plan, cursing Xiao Zhanping as a scoundrel. Xiao Zhanping ignored him, merely curling his lip in a confident, cold smirk. Immediately, the waterside pavilion began to shake violently, emitting loud noises. Xiao Qian instantly pulled Mo Jio into his arms, warning him to be careful. The next second, the waterside pavilion disintegrated completely, and they began to fall. Despite everything, Xiao Qian held Mo Jio tightly in his embrace. Suddenly, their eyes met. As this kind of situation had happened frequently, Mo Jio knew to consciously move away. Xiao Qian asked with concern if he was all right. Blushing, Mo Jio told him he wasn't injured. The next moment, he sensed something was wrong and immediately warned Xiao Qian that something was flying towards them. Xiao Qian quickly moved forward, unfurling his cloak and reminding Mo Jio to hide behind him. Soon, two red goo insects flew towards them. Xiao Qian immediately drew his sword to deal with the goo insects, but it was futile. Caught off guard, Mo Jio was bitten by a goo insect. He felt a sharp pain in his neck. Touching his neck, he failed to notice the red pattern that had already appeared there. Xiao Qian was also hit. An identical red pattern appeared on his neck, just like Mo Jio's. At this moment, the greatly wronged Shang Yi completely lost her composure. The goo insect she had painstakingly cultivated had benefited Mo Jio for nothing. It turned out Xiao Zhanping's rebellion was merely an act. The mastermind behind this play was Shangya. She had deliberately seated Xiao Qian near the mechanism's entrance precisely to make him fall into the secret chamber, allowing her to release the cloud and rain goo. According to her plan, the goo insects were supposed to infest her and Xiao Qian. Unexpectedly, Mo Jio had fallen in as well. Soon, Xiao Qian had his sword pressed against her neck, demanding to know what she had done. Slowly, he lowered his sword, feigning complete ignorance of the situation. He even shifted the blame for the bone worms onto his master, informing Xiao Qian that, in all the world, only he possessed the skill to dispel such a curse. Mo Jio instantly stepped forward, ready to challenge Shanya's claim. Mere bone worms? He could handle those too. He recalled reading in a book that any such parasite could be neutralized by feeding it the flesh and blood of the Gucaster. That was the true method to break the curse. Stepping closer, Gio hooked a finger under Shang Ye's chin, praising his delicate beauty and musing aloud how he might taste. Shang Ye's composure instantly shattered. "Kill me," he spat, "and you'll die with me." The next second, Xiao Qian's sword was at his throat once more, a cold warning to speak the truth. Shang Ye appeared deathly afraid. Yet beneath the surface, he was still scheming, brazenly asking Xiao Qian to spend one night with him as the price for the cure. But Xiao Qian was a man of few words and decisive action. He thrust the sword forward, inflicting a shallow wound. Shang Ye shrieked in pain. "Dare to lie again," Xiao Qian warned, his voice dangerously low, "and I will take your head." Shang Ye hastily explained that while the bone worms couldn't be removed immediately after entering the body, he could open the mechanism to the secret passage. Yet, the next moment, he too stared in disbelief. The mechanism refused to budge. The secret room wouldn't open. Cold sweat beaded on Shang Ye's brow. He suspected Xiao Zhanping must have tampered with the mechanism. Xiao Qian, seeing his failure, assumed it was another trick. Shang Ye found himself trapped, unable to prove his sudden helplessness. Cornered, Shang Ye had no choice but to confess the whole truth. Removing the goo for the county mistress and the matter of the secret room. It was all orchestrated by him and Xiao Zhanping. Originally, he and Xiao Zhanping had been deeply in love, he explained, but forced by his master, he had to practice the forbidden arts of seduction and swallow the charm bone. To remove the curse and elope with Xiao Zhanping, he designed all this, only to be betrayed by the other party. Suddenly, Shang Ye fell utterly still. A wave of panic washed over Gio. If Shang Ye died, the curse would likely kill them too. He quickly leaned down, checking for any sign of breath. Feeling the faint warmth of breath against his hand, Gio let out a sigh of relief. Shang Ye was alive, but unconscious. But now, if they wanted to get out, they could only rely on themselves. Gio ran his hands over the intricate reliefs carved into the stone wall, attempting to open the secret room door, but there was no response. He had to step back and re-examine the murals. 12 reliefs in total, representing the combination of heavenly stems and earthly branches. But trying them one by one was too time-consuming. While worrying, he suddenly noticed a Lubon lock on the side. The heavenly stems and earthly branches couldn't be solved, but the Lubon lock was a small matter. He excitedly started playing with the Lubon lock. After solving it, he unexpectedly obtained a Sanyuan compass. This object seemed to be designed based on feng shui principles. He touched the compass and couldn't help but exclaim that this was an antique. Xiao Qian grabbed his hand and complained that he dared to touch anything randomly, truly not afraid of death. He picked up the compass to examine it. He was indeed not afraid of death, because Xiao Qian would definitely save him. One second he was joking with Xiao Qian. The next second he felt a wave of dizziness. Xiao Qian immediately stepped forward to support him, asking how he felt and if he was unwell. In this situation, Xiao Qian had no choice but to be impolite. He lifted Gio into his arms and placed him on the couch. The other person looked pained. His clothes slipped, revealing half of his shoulder. Xiao Qian immediately became nervous. He called the other person's name loudly, trying to wake him up. Noticing the strangely red pattern on the other person's neck, he guessed the bone worm was acting up. Gio suddenly grabbed his hand and whispered his name. He also told him that he was not only dizzy, but also had a slight stomach ache. He reached out to touch the other person's head, intending to check on him. Sensing the subtle atmosphere between the two, Gio quickly sat up and declined, making the excuse that he was tricking Xiao Qian. Unexpectedly, Xiao Qian suddenly got angry, warning Gio that no one had ever dared to tease him like this. The other person tugged at his sleeve, explaining it wasn't entirely a lie. He was truly too dizzy to stand. After a bout of fruitless coaxing, Gio noticed the compass beside him. He had just lost consciousness while holding the compass. He guessed this object had some hidden mystery. Xiao Qian questioned him angrily if he dared to touch it randomly again. But he believed the compass was fated with him and wouldn't harm him. He called out to Shang Ye, intending to save his life, on the condition that the other party would give him the compass to play with. But Shang Ye was unconscious. He then tore the other person's clothes. He decided on his own behalf that the other party had agreed to his request and started bandaging him. The next second, he felt the secret room shaking. He immediately stood up and looked around. He loudly reminded Xiao Qian not far away that the secret room was shaking and they must leave quickly. It turned out it wasn't the secret room shaking, but Xuefeng had arrived with a large rescue force. Xuefeng had Xiao Zhanping trussed up like a rice dumpling and brought before Xiao Qian. He apologized to Xiao Qian for the rescue, arriving late. At this point, Shanya had also been captured. When he woke up and saw Xiao Zhanping, he surprisingly held no resentment towards the other for abandoning him. Only upon seeing this did Mo Gio understand. No wonder Xiao Qian hadn't been anxious. He truly had a backup plan. As Xiao Qian carefully straightened his clothes for him, Mo Gio couldn't help but blush slightly. Before he could recover, Xiao Qian took his hand, intending to lead him away from this place of conflict. Mo Gio suddenly asked about the red porcelain bottle in Xiao Qian's medicine box, wanting to know the effects of the medicine inside. Xiao Qian told him that while visiting the latrine, he had poured the medicine into the well. Seeing the label read, pleasure pills, he thought that joy should be shared rather than kept to oneself. At this moment, the disciples of the Mo family's right faction were all flushed red, their clothes in disarray. Xiao Qian could hardly bear to look, feeling a headache coming on, muttering that Mo Gio was truly something else. Mo Gio, quite pleased with his handiwork, retorted that Xiao Qian looked like a gentleman but secretly carried that kind of medicine. Xiao Qian was speechless, unable to refute. He could only clear his throat to cover his embarrassment, then called Xuefeng over, instructing him to release the ordinary disciples and escort Mo Gio back to Chuzhou. He and Song Ao would escort Shanya and the others back to the capital. Xuefeng thoughtfully prepared a cloak for him, reminding him that the journey would be windy and rainy, so he should take it. Mo Gio reached out and stopped Xiao Qian, asking if he planned to leave just like that. Upon receiving an affirmative answer, Mo Gio felt a sense of emptiness. He had clearly wanted to get away from Xiao Qian so badly before. Noticing his dejection, Xiao Qian told him he would try his best to return to Chuzhou before his elder brother's wedding date. The moment the wedding was mentioned, Mo Gio immediately lost his nerve, feeling that Xiao Qian really didn't need to rush back so anxiously. Xiao Qian instantly saw through Mo Gio's thoughts. The mention of marriage made him want to flee. He gave his own cloak to Mo Gio, urging him to wait patiently for the marriage and stop trying to run away. He also reassured him not to worry. He would find a way to resolve the Gu curse issue. Half a month later, a carriage would come to pick Mo Gio up and take him to the Duke Xiao mansion. Dressed very soberly, he slept soundly in the carriage. In his dream, Xiao Qian pressed him down, tilted his chin up, and softly called him Saw Saw. Then, the red candles extinguished, and he and Xiao Qian tumbled together in passion. A servant girl suddenly knocked on the carriage window. He startled awake, jolting upright in the carriage. He realized he had been dreaming of Xiao Qian without reason lately, suspecting it was the influence of the Gu poison. Just as he stepped out of the carriage, he saw Wen Jingshu waiting at the entrance of the Duke's mansion, saying she was there to welcome him, the new sister-in-law, into the residence. Wen Jingshu introduced herself as the wife of the second young master Xiao and urged Mo Gio to enter the mansion quickly to pay respects to the elders. Li Xian wondered why Mo Gio, marrying the eldest young master Xiao, was entering through the side door. Aunt Lan wasn't sure either. Mo Gio, however, knew the reason perfectly well. To put it bluntly, he was just a tool to ward off misfortune through marriage for the original owner of this body, who was both mad and foolish. Even basic courtesies were dispensed with. Xiao Changyu was drinking, lamenting that the young maidens in the Huaixiang pavilion were getting worse and worse these days. Recognizing her husband, Wen Jingshu immediately went forward, asking why he was so drunk. Unexpectedly, he didn't give her a kind look, instead yelling at her to get lost. After this outburst, she didn't dare utter another peep. Her own husband even started hitting on Mo Gio right in front of her. Xiao Changyu swayed towards Mo Gio, sighing over his looks, saying he perfectly matched his aesthetic preferences. Fortunately, Mo Gio dodged quickly enough to avoid being pounced on by Xiao Changyu. He demanded to know what the man thought he was doing. When Jingshu tried to stop Xiao Changyu, but was pushed to the ground. He cursed her for being bad luck. Xiao Changyu turned back and opened his arms towards Mo Jio, intending to take liberties. Mo Jio very calmly asked Xiao Changyu if he knew what he was about to do. The man leered at him, guessing that he too wanted some immediate pleasure. Mo Jio kicked him straight into the lotus pond, intending to sober him up properly. After climbing out of the lotus pond, the man immediately started calling for people, saying he wanted Mo Jio tied up. At the critical moment, Xiao Qian suddenly appeared. He'd like to see who dared touch his sister-in-law. Seeing Xiao Qian, Mo Jio immediately blushed, surprised that he would appear here. Xiao Changyu demanded to know why Xiao Qian was speaking up for Mo Jio, vowing that he would absolutely not let Mo Jio off. Xiao Qian shielded Mo Jio behind him, telling Xiao Changyu that this person was their elder brother's properly wedded wife, his sister-in-law, and he shouldn't cause trouble. Xiao Changyu wasn't intimidated at all, warning Xiao Qian that if he insisted on protecting Mo Jio, he would report it to their grandmother. Xiao Qian showed no weakness either, telling him he could go ahead and report it. Xiao Changyu left resentfully. Mo Jio asked Xiao Qian how he had returned so quickly. Xiao Qian closed in on him, demanding to know how he managed to stir up so much trouble. Beads of sweat formed on Mo Jio's brow as he retorted, questioning the logic of being harassed by Xiao Changyu the moment he stepped foot into the Xiao household. But Xiao Qian countered, bringing up how Xiao Changyu had been shoved into a mud puddle by him, rolling disgracefully, attempting to silence Mo Jio with this fact. Aunt Lan worried that if Xiao Changyu actually went to complain, it would spell trouble for Mo Jio. Xiao Qian reassured him it wasn't a major issue, planning to accompany them to see the grandmother. A flicker of curiosity sparked in Mo Jio, prompting him to ask Aunt Lan if the old madam was truly the one in charge of the Duke Xiao mansion. Xiao Qian explained that after the old duke passed away, his father inherited the title. However, due to injuries sustained while leading troops in his early years, his father spent most of his time recuperating. Consequently, the grandmother managed all the minor affairs within the mansion. He tapped Mo Jio's head lightly with his fan, telling him he could have asked him directly if he had questions. Mo Jio then asked if that lecher from earlier, Xiao Changyu, was his biological brother. Xiao Qian didn't answer directly, merely asking Mo Jio if he thought that useless wastrel resembled him. Seeing Mo Jio standing too close to Xiao Qian, Aunt Lan quickly pulled Mo Jio back, reminding him to maintain propriety. Mo Jio turned to ask Aunt Lan about the actual relationships between the various brothers of the Xiao family. Aunt Lan informed him that Xiao Qian's father, Xiao Changyun, was the current head of the family. Because the family hadn't formally divided the household, the brothers' rankings were all mixed together. Xiao Changyu was the son of Xiao Changyun's second younger brother. The eldest young master he was intended to marry was called Xiao Changxi, the legitimate eldest son of the duke's mansion. Xiao Changxi only had one full biological younger brother, which was Xiao Qian. However, Xiao Qian was born to a concubine, due to a fate deemed purely yang, bringing great fortune but also great misfortune to others. Xiao Changxi had suddenly fallen gravely ill on the very day Xiao Qian was born. Precisely because of this, Xiao Changyin had kept Xiao Qian raised outside the main family. If it weren't for Xiao Qian's subsequent rise to prominence and the lack of improvement in Xiao Changxi's illness, Xiao Qian might have found it difficult to return to the main household even now. Xiao Qian overheard these words. He remarked that it wasn't exactly a secret, telling them there was no need to whisper. Aunt Lan broke into a cold sweat again. Mo Jio hadn't expected Xiao Qian's background to be so fraught with hardship. He stood on his tiptoes and gently patted Xiao Qian's head, telling him to be good. From now on, his Sa sister-in-law, referring to himself, would look after him. Meanwhile, Xiao Changyu burst dramatically before old Madame Xiao, clamoring for her to seek justice for him. He embellished his account, accusing Mo Jio of pushing him into the water with the intent to make him fall gravely ill, just like Xiao Changxi. Xiao Changxi's mother, Dong Shi, immediately bristled, rebuking Xiao Changyu for showing not even a shred of respect towards her son. Xiao Changyu's mother, Yuan Shi, quickly stepped forward to explain that Xiao Changyu had merely lost his temper for a moment, shifting the blame back onto Mo Jio. Old Madame Xiao was also quite displeased that Mo Jio had caused such a scandal before even formally entering the family, and furthermore, had delayed in paying respects to the elders. Mo Jio immediately waved his hand, indicating his presence. Upon seeing Xiao Qian, old Madame Xiao instantly rose, remarking that he hadn't even sent word of his return. Then, she turned her criticism to Mo Jio, demanding to know why he had shoved Xiao Changyu into a mud puddle right after arriving. Mo Jio explained with a grin that his actions were an act of kindness, even telling the old madam there was no need for apologies. Xiao Changyu immediately tried to incite old Madame Xiao, accusing Mo Jio of speaking nonsensically and showing no regard for her authority. But Mo Jio was not one to be easily bullied. He demanded Xiao Changyu honestly admit that he was drunk and that Mo Jio had only pushed him into the water to sober him up. He claimed he was sobering him up to prevent him from committing the grave error of harassing his future sister-in-law. The Xiao family ought to thank him. The third madam, Zhang Shi, interjected that Mo Jio's every utterance was vulgar nonsense, not at all befitting a young lady like Dong Shi. Dong Shi immediately knelt before old Madame Xiao, pleading for her to uphold justice, given that Xiao Changyu had harassed her yet-married daughter-in-law. Old Madame Xiao ordered them all to be silent and demanded Mo Jio present evidence of the harassment. Mo Jio pointed directly at Xiao Qian, stating that the witness to the event was none other than Xiao Qian himself. Xiao Changyu suddenly flew into a rage, raising his fist as if to strike Mo Jio. However, Xiao Qian intercepted the blow. He immediately reported back to old Madame Xiao, confirming that he had personally witnessed his second elder brother, drunk, harassing his future sister-in-law. Old Madame Xiao was truly incensed. She sank back in her chair, trembling slightly. Mo Jio couldn't believe that even this didn't warrant some form of redress. He held out his hand, asking old Madame Xiao for compensation. Yuan Shi consoled the old madam, urging her not to be angry, then asked Mo Jio what kind of compensation he desired. He didn't ask for much, merely stating that he was weary from the journey and wished to eat, sleep, and remain undisturbed for the night. Seeing his request was modest, old Madame Xiao nodded, signaling Yuan Shi to arrange things as he asked. Having obtained the compensation he sought, Mo Jio took his leave. Xiao Qian accompanied Mo Jio back to his quarters, expressing displeasure that the Xiao family had assigned them such a remote place to stay. Aunt Lan quickly explained that the mansion's matrons had used the excuse of a Xiao household being too crowded to spare any empty rooms, thus placing them there. Xiao Qian immediately offered to arrange different accommodations for Mo Jio, but Mo Jio stopped him, saying he preferred the quiet. He grasped the other's hand, demanding to know what scheme he was plotting now. Mo Jio's little plan having been exposed, he gave an awkward laugh, explaining that he'd heard the neighbor's rooster crow and figured living here would make it convenient to sneak chickens for extra meals whenever he pleased. Xiao Qian teased Mo Jio for being heartless. He had just helped him out of a tight spot, yet Mo Jio wouldn't even offer him a single word of truth. Mo Jio suddenly flushed red, stammering out, "That's not it." He touched Xiao Qian's neck, feeling that the man was different than before. The frequency with which he spoke like a normal person had increased dramatically. He asked Aunt Lan and Li Xin to return to their rooms first, saying he had something he wanted to discuss with Xiao Qian alone. Aunt Lan found this improper. On such a dark and windy night, how could two people possibly be left alone together? Xiao Qian then stated that he wasn't Xiao Changyu. He harbored no improper designs on his sister-in-law. Hearing him put it that way, Aunt Lan felt she couldn't object further and withdrew. Mo Jio asked Xiao Qian if the pattern bitten onto his neck by the goo worm was still visible. Receiving an affirmative reply, he reached out directly to pull at Xiao Qian's collar, declaring he wanted to see the pattern. He needed to confirm if the pattern on Xiao Qian's neck was identical to his own. If it was, he intended to ask if Xiao Qian had been dreaming frequently of late. Xiao Qian looked utterly bewildered and asked what exactly he was supposed to have dreamed about. Mo Jio cleared his throat lightly, masking his embarrassment, and asked if Xiao Qian had dreamt of him. Xiao Qian informed him that propriety dictated distance between them, so naturally, he wouldn't dream of him. Mo Jio reflected that ever since the goo worm had left its mark on his neck, he himself had constantly dreamt of Xiao Qian, finding it exceedingly strange. Xiao Qian however, suddenly offered a slight smile, suggesting it wasn't strange at all. After all, Gio had been afflicted with madness for quite some time. It was likely a case of what the mind dwells on by day, it dreams of by night, especially when those thoughts remained unfulfilled desires. That night, Gio suffered from insomnia. Face flushed, he silently cursed Xiao Qian as a scoundrel. Rather than pinning his hopes on getting any crucial information from that man, it would be better to rely on his own efforts. It was only then he noticed the rain falling outside. Fewer people would be out and about in the rain. This presented a good opportunity. The people of the Duke Xiao mansion forbade him from meeting Xiao Changxi before the wedding. Finding the whole affair peculiar, he decided to seize this chance to investigate thoroughly. He absolutely had to see with his own eyes whether Xiao Changxi was dead or alive before he could decide his next move. He'd have the Xian inquire about Xiao Changxi's residence. It was in the South Mountain courtyard. Upon arriving, however, he unexpectedly encountered Shui Fong, who was watching his approach with a knowing smile. Shui Fong showed no surprise at his arrival and readily invited him inside. It turned out Xiao Qian had anticipated Gio would come looking for Xiao Changxi tonight and had instructed Shui Fong to wait for him here. Shui Fong led him to a room's entrance, informing him that Xiao Changxi was inside. Long, heavy curtains hung within the room, and the sound of coughing emanated from behind them, Xiao Changxi's coughs. He pushed aside the heavy curtain, asking the figure concealed behind it if he was indeed Xiao Changxi. The person confirmed his identity and, moreover, seemed to have been expecting him. Gio was taken aback. He hadn't expected Xiao Changxi to actually be alive, having assumed the man was already dead. "How much longer can you live?" he asked bluntly. The man replied that he could live for a very long time yet, then asked, "Are you very disappointed?" Gio reasoned that since the man wasn't going to die anytime soon, the supposed urgent necessity related to his illness no longer seemed valid. He demanded the man call off the wedding. There were no feelings between them. He did not want to marry Xiao Changxi, but the man simply stated, "You must marry me." He opened his mouth to argue further, but was cut off by Xiao Qian's voice calling, "Sister-in-law." Xiao Qian abruptly parted the curtains and stepped inside, reminding him, "You should be heading back." Annoyed, Gio shot back, "What right do you have to stop me from seeing my own husband-to-be?" Xiao Qian explained that Xiao Changxi's condition meant he couldn't be exposed to drafts. Allowing this meeting today was already making a significant exception. "Then why are you here?" Gio demanded. Xiao Qian explained coolly, "I am Xiao Changxi's physician." Just then, Xiao Changxi coughed twice and murmured that he felt tired and wished to rest. Before departing from behind the curtain, Xiao Changxi told Gio not to visit again before the wedding. Gio retorted, "If you're not dying, then dissolve this engagement. Don't ruin someone else's entire life." Xiao Qian remarked dryly on Gio's sharp tongue. Gio instantly fired back that Xiao Qian was calculating and manipulative. Glaring irritably at Xiao Qian, Gio snapped, "Get out of my way." Distracted, however, he failed to notice the edge of the curtain fabric beneath his feet. He tripped, stumbled, and a misstep brought the entire curtain frame crashing down. Just as the heavy frame was about to collapse onto him, Xiao Qian lunged forward in the nick of time, using his own body to shield Gio from the impact. One moment, Gio was anxiously asking if Xiao Qian was hurt. The very next, he realized his own arm had sustained an injury in the chaos. As the other person moved the curtain frame aside, they asked if he had been hurt by the impact. He explained it was all right, Xiao Qian. Xiao Qian proposed checking Gio's injury. Gio felt Xiao Qian's injury was more severe and insisted on checking his first. Xiao Qian countered, asking if Gio knew how to treat injuries. When Gio didn't respond, Xiao Qian instructed him to lie face down. Gio hesitated, feeling the position was inappropriate. Xiao Qian explained that he was skilled in healing, and using his specially made medicinal oil to massage the injured area would speed up recovery. Gio said no more and obediently took off his upper garment, revealing the injured half of his shoulder and back. Lying prone on the bed, he couldn't help but think about the impropriety of them being alone a man and a woman, worrying that Xiao Chongxi might misunderstand and assume they were engaged in illicit behavior. Xiao Qian, solely focused on treating the injury, believed their consciences were clear and that his elder brother was a reasonable person, so there was nothing to worry about. He deliberately averted his gaze and reminded Mo Jio to bear the pain. Mo Jio howled in pain, suspecting Xiao Qian was seizing the opportunity for revenge. He adamantly refused to let Xiao Qian treat him further, intending to do it himself. Xiao Qian rejected this, stating Mo Jio couldn't reach the spot, and reassured him it would feel better once the oil was rubbed in, suggesting he do something else to distract himself. He irritably questioned Xiao Qian. What could he possibly do lying there like this? He almost blurted out something suggestive. Embarrassed, he quickly changed the subject, asking about Xiao Qian's cheap lover. Hearing the words, lover, Xiao Qian retaliated by applying more pressure, causing Mo Jio to cry out loudly. Xiao Qian told Mo Jio to speak properly and clarify exactly who he was asking about. Mo Jio then corrected himself, asking about Mo Wang. Xiao Qian informed him that Mo Wang was unharmed. Xiao Zhanping had confessed and taken his own life. The evidence of Xie Bingxing's past crimes was conclusive. However, the court had only administered a minor punishment. Mo Jio knew a little about this, guessing the court wished to avoid upsetting the balance between the Xiao and Xie families. He suddenly asked Xiao Qian if there were any leads regarding the goo poison matter. Mentioning this, Xiao Qian seemed somewhat resigned. He sighed, telling Mo Jio there was no news for now. He then asked how Mo Jio was feeling, if it still hurt. Mo Jio told him it felt much better, then asked again if he knew Mo Wang's whereabouts. Xiao Qian wiped his hands, surprised that Mo Jio hadn't given up on his little ideas. Mo Jio felt they were, at the very least, halfway friends, and retorted, how could Xiao Qian bear to watch him trapped here, essentially living like a widow while her husband is alive? Hearing this, Xiao Qian didn't say much more, merely casting a heavy-hearted glance at Mo Jio. Seeing Mo Jio fast asleep on the bed, he didn't wake him. Instead, he thoughtfully covered him with a blanket. Immediately after, he ordered Xue Fong to pass down instructions. The eldest young madam was tired and would be sleeping in the South Mountain courtyard tonight. He glanced back at the sleeping Mo Jio, marveling at his ability to sleep so soundly anywhere. The next day, Mo Jio was confined to the small courtyard, forbidden from stepping outside the gate until the wedding ceremony. Outside, gossip ran rampant, criticizing Mo Jio's lack of shame for sleeping in Xiao Chongxi's courtyard before even completing the wedding rites. Medicinal oil. Aunt Lon scolded him for having the leisure to look in the mirror when old Madame Xiao had already confined him, even having the gate locked, offending the matriarch of the household before the wedding ceremony spelled trouble for the days ahead. Yet, this situation played right into Mo Jio's hands. He had even observed the adjacent courtyard and noted it had been empty for the past 2 days. Without a second thought, he scaled the courtyard wall, determined to leave by boat. Things having reached this point, Aunt Lon and Liexan had no choice but to escape with him. By now, they had successfully boarded a boat. Mo Jio couldn't help but remark that when traveling by land, he had never noticed how beautiful the scenery here was. He felt the compass in his pocket vibrating. He took it out to check, finding the needle spinning relentlessly towards the same direction. He realized there was a strong presence of resentment in this place. But the ferry crossing was bustling with activity. Why would there be such potent cheat, yuan qi, resentful energy? He asked Li Xian to inquire with the boatman about their location. As he turned back, he collided right into Xiao Qian. Xiao Qian not only informed him that this was Zhaoji Ferry, but also that the boat belonged to him. Xiao Qian expressed his own curiosity. With so many boats at the ferry, why did Mo Jio happen to pick this particular one? Mo Jio guessed that no matter which boat he had boarded, Xiao Qian would have secretly purchased it. Xiao Qian acknowledged that this interpretation wasn't entirely incorrect. Xiao Qian hadn't even missed small details like Mo Jio eyeing the courtyard wall the previous day. It was no wonder his escape attempt had failed. Xiao Qian used his sword hilt to lift Mo Jio's chin, asking him, having failed so many times already, did he still intend to flee? Mo Jio pushed the sword hilt away, defensively claiming he wasn't trying to escape. He had heard that the scenery in Chuzhou was quite beautiful. He merely wanted to take a look. Soon, he noticed a furtive passenger on the boat. The man clutched a bundle to his chest. Only then did Mo Gio understand the reason for the compass's strange behavior. He guessed there must be an ancient tomb nearby. He had run into a master thief. On the shore, the man accidentally bumped into someone, causing the bundle to fall open, revealing the jade carving of a maidservant inside. Mo Gio recognized it instantly as something from a tomb. Trying to get a closer look, he nearly stumbled and fell. Fortunately, Xiao Qian caught him just in time, pulling him back. Xiao Qian demanded to know what he was doing. Mo Gio asked Xiao Qian if he had noticed the thin, small man on the shore. He felt something was off about him and wanted to dock the boat quickly to follow and see. He wasn't sure exactly how valuable the item was, but he felt it was precious and shouldn't be in that man's hands. Hearing Mo Gio say this, Xiao Qian sighed helplessly. He swept Mo Gio into his arms, warning him not to move or cry out. Then, holding him, he used his lightness skill to leap across the lake's surface towards the shore. Seeing Mo Gio's stunned expression, Xiao Qian prompted him to snap out of it, or the man would get away. Mo Gio guessed that the man, carrying the jade maidservant, must have a place to sell it and intended to follow him. He told Xiao Qian he was worried Aunt Lan and Li Xian hadn't found him yet, and asked Xiao Qian to stay behind and watch out for them. But Xiao Qian wasn't so easily fooled. He had clearly heard Li Shimei shout that she would wait for Mo Gio on the boat. He questioned Mo Gio, asking if he planned to discard him after using him, trying to shake him off again. Mo Gio guiltily looked away, denying he meant any such thing. But as the saying goes, the Tao is 1 foot high, the devil 10 feet higher. He refused to believe he couldn't ditch Xiao Qian. The two followed the suspicious man to the Jinbao Zhai treasure pavilion. Xiao Qian reminded Mo Gio that the precious object was about to be sold. The next second, Mo Gio snatched his jade pendant, telling him to wait outside. Xiao Qian grabbed his hand, looking at him unhappily. Mo Gio complained that Xiao Qian's aura was too intimidating and told him to wait outside. He would just check the situation and come right back out. Xiao Qian had no choice but to wait by the door, instructing Mo Gio to call out loudly if there was any trouble. Inside Jinbao Zhai, the shopkeeper examined the jade maidservant, acknowledging it was indeed a fine item. The man urged him to name a price. The shopkeeper sent someone outside and loudly questioned who was there. Mo Gio entered Jinbao Zhai, telling the shopkeeper he had goods to sell. He placed the jade pendant on the counter, stating that the item he wished to sell was this piece of jade. He deliberately mentioned the jade maidservant, guessing it had to be several hundred years old. The next moment, he directly asked the suspicious man if the jade carving had been dug out of an old tomb. The man immediately became flustered and angry, accusing him of slander without proof. Mo Gio pointed out the pale green soil on the man's shoes, identical to the pale green traces on the jade maidservant, both originating from a tomb. The man insisted he had dug the jade carving from his own land. This was also because the shop only cared about the goods, not their origin. The shopkeeper, suddenly put on the spot, felt a bit guilty and offered 200 taels for the jade carving. Then he asked Mo Gio how much silver he wanted for his jade pendant. Mo Gio stated he only wanted to find a place within the Mo family's network. The shopkeeper asked how he knew this was a Mo family branch. Mo Gio was then certain his guess was correct, because ordinary shops wouldn't dare accept items from tombs. Furthermore, the shopkeeper's jade thumb ring was a symbol of the Mo family. The shopkeeper confirmed he was indeed Elder Shun Shurmao of the Mo family's branch and asked what Mo Gio wanted. Mo Gio handed the compass to Shun Shurmao, saying he was looking for Mo Wang. Shun Shurmao recognized the compass as a Mo family item, but claimed he didn't know Mo Wang's whereabouts. Mo Gio believed Shun Shurmao could find a way to find out. When he did, he just needed to tell Mo Wang his name. Shun Shurmao told Mo Gio to come find him at Shirgu Zhai in Chuzhou City in 3 days. Mo Gio asked if the shop had a back door. Shun Shurmao, looking bewildered, asked what he planned to do. Mo Gio glanced at Xiao Qian waiting not far away and told Shun Shurmao he needed to avoid someone. Now that he had successfully made contact, he refused to believe he couldn't slip away from Xiao Qian. Suddenly, people on the street started running to watch some commotion, saying Xiao Changxi was hitting someone again, and this time it was a young girl. Hearing this, Mo Jiu instantly felt things had taken a bad turn. Xiao family servants were surrounding Li Xinmei and Aunt Lan, demanding they reveal Mo Jiu's location, threatening to beat Li Xinmei to death otherwise. Xiao Changxi threatened Li Xinmei, saying if she didn't speak, he would flay her alive. Li Xinmei was covered in bruises and injuries, but she still refused to betray Mo Jiu. The next second, an apple hit Xiao Changxi squarely on the head. He waved his stick in exasperation, demanding to know which blind fool dared to hit him. Mo Jiu sneered, "Xiao Changyu, quite the capable one, aren't you? Bringing so many men to bully an old woman and a young girl." He pointed out that since he was the one Xiao Changyu was looking for, Li Xinmei should be released. Aunt Lan felt they had implicated Mo Jiu, and Li Xinmei also urged Mo Jiu to leave quickly. Xiao Changyu urged Mo Jiu to return with him. Not only would he release the others, but he would also put in a good word for Mo Jiu with old Madame Xiao. Then he could shift all the blame onto Li Xinmei, and Mo Jiu wouldn't have to worry about punishment. Mo Jiu helped Li Xinmei up, stating he liked to return favors and intended to repay Xiao Changyu properly. Hearing the word repay, Xiao Changyu immediately twisted it, leering about having fun together. Mo Jiu snatched the club from Xiao Si and charged toward Xiao Changyu. He struck him viciously with the club, declaring he disliked delays and preferred to settle scores on the spot. Xiao Changyu immediately grabbed his hand, cursing him as a Jian run, bitch / lowlife. He then ordered his men to tie Mo Jiu up, saying he would teach him about the 3 obediences and 4 virtues. Unafraid, Mo Jiu challenged him, asking if he knew whose person he was. Xiao Changyu told him it was too late for fear now. Even if Xiao Qian were here, he couldn't save him. Mo Jiu immediately refuted Xiao Changyu's claim, mysteriously telling him he belonged to Xiao Qian. Xiao Changyu was stunned, momentarily speechless. Then he burst into laughter. Even if Mo Jiu were as beautiful as a celestial fairy, Xiao Qian wouldn't spare him a second glance. Seeing Xiao Changyu's disbelief, Mo Jiu declared he would prove it. He planned to shout Xiao Qian's name directly, guessing that with his high martial arts skills, his hearing should also be excellent. He summoned all his strength and yelled Xiao Qian's name at the top of his lungs. Everyone present was shocked by his action, waiting for Xiao Qian to appear. However, the street remained empty, and not a soul appeared, not even on the rooftops. Xiao Changyu clutched his stomach, roaring with laughter, mocking Mo Jiu's clumsy attempt at deception. He threw an arm around Mo Jiu, telling him to come along obediently, only to be met with a sharp "get lost." But just from Mo Jiu's furious shout, Xiao Qian arrived, swift and sharp, sword in hand. Xiao Changyu broke into a cold sweat, shocked that Mo Jiu had actually managed to summon Xiao Qian. Xiao Qian pointed his sword directly at Xiao Changyu, who was terrified. Xiao Qian criticized his way of treating his sister-in-law, remarking sarcastically that it was truly eye-opening for him as a younger brother. Seeing Xiao Qian's domineering protection, Mo Jiu felt his heart stir fiercely. Xiao Changyu still couldn't believe Xiao Qian had appeared out of thin air. Xiao Qian countered by asking why Xiao Changyu was here, in a place known for pleasure boats, when their grandmother had forbidden him from drinking and carousing. Xiao Changyu stammered that Xiao Qian was also here. Xiao Qian immediately stated he was here under his elder brother's orders to protect their sister-in-law. Seething with anger, Xiao Changyu muttered sarcastically about their deep bond between sister-in-law and brother-in-law. He then brought up their grandmother, threatening that since Mo Jiu had left the residence without permission, he would definitely report this to their grandmother for judgment. Mo Jiu thought that mama's boys were pathetic enough, but he hadn't expected someone who ran to their grandmother for everything. Xiao Qian tapped Mo Jiu's head with his fan. Distrusting Xiao Changyu's character, he decided to personally escort his sister-in-law back. Xiao Changyu turned purple with rage, while bystanders began to whisper about him. Even his own family didn't trust his character. Harassing young women in the street, flirting with his future sister-in-law, clearly not a decent person. Xiao Changyu furiously ordered them to shut up. Xiao Si suggested that the priority was to treat his injury first. Since Mo Jiu often stayed at the residence, Dealing with him would be easy later. Only after hearing Xiao Xi's words did Xiao Changyu agree to leave. Mo Jiu asked Aunt Lan and Li Xinmei why they had risked coming ashore from a boat. It turned out that after he left, the two had noticed Xiao Changyu searching everywhere for him with guards, heading in the direction he had gone. Knowing he would try to escape and worried he would face danger alone, Xiao Qian, they had intended to sneak off the boat to meet up with him or lure Xiao Changyu away. But unexpectedly, they were caught and harassed by Xiao Changyu in the street. Xiao Qian checked Li Xinmei's pulse. Her internal organs weren't injured. He suggested helping Li Xinmei back onto the boat first. He was acquainted with Dr. Yin of Jishirtang and would order Xue Fong to arrange for Li Xinmei to recuperate there. He reached out and wiped Mo Jio's face. Xiao Changyu had ill intentions. He reminded Mo Jio to stay far away from him in the future. Mo Jio suspected he must be bewitched, finding Xiao Qian increasingly pleasing to the eye. Xiao Qian complained that when things were fine, Mo Jio tried every means to escape, only remembering him when trouble arose. Mo Jio explained he suspected there might be a large tomb beneath Zhaoji Ferry, and wanted to inquire more, avoiding Xiao Qian because he feared disapproval. As expected, Xiao Qian forbade it and, without another word, seized him. He complained about the other's improper pulling and hauling. The other countered, questioning him about the time he shouted his name in the street. Why wasn't he concerned then about the suspicion surrounding their relationship as sister-in-law and brother-in-law? He brought up the matter of his supposed madness. After all, everyone knew he was afflicted. There was nothing to be shy about. But the other cared little for his reputation, only his own. A wicked smile touched his lips. He told the other that Xiao Changyu would surely report to old Madame Xiao that the two of them were carrying on illicitly. The other dismissed the matter entirely, telling him not to concern himself and to return peacefully to his quarters. He grabbed the other's cloak, demanding, "Why are you being so good to me?" The other simply told him coolly, "This was requested by my elder brother." Hearing this, he couldn't help but feel a twinge of disappointment, subconsciously touching the intricate pattern on his neck. The boat still had some way to travel. Xiao Qian stood on the deck, playing a flute. Mo Jio heard the distant, ethereal melody and suspected the player was Xiao Qian, surprised that the man was also versed in music. He stepped out of the cabin, intending to investigate. Just as he thought, the person playing was indeed Xiao Qian. Startled at being suddenly called out, the other stopped playing, frozen on the spot. He found himself utterly captivated by the other's appearance, his heart beginning to race. The very next second, he received a sharp rap on the head from the other. He silently cursed him, blessed with the looks of an immortal, yet hopelessly dense like a steel straight man. The other produced a vial of calming incense, reminding him, "The wedding ceremony is just a few days away. I will help lift your confinement order on the condition that you cause no further complications." But he was more interested in how the other knew he hadn't been sleeping well. The other retorted, "The bags under your eyes are so heavy they're practically hitting your feet." Fury instantly flared within him. He snapped that the other's hidden trait was being destined to be alone. But the other had no idea what that meant. He waved his hand dismissively, saying with veiled sarcasm that since the other was so clever, he could figure it out himself. By the time Xiao Qian returned to the Xiao residence, the family had already condemned Xiao Changyu for the crime of disrespecting his elder sister-in-law. Even as Xiao Changyu was being dragged towards the ancestral hall to be dealt with according to the Xiao family rules, he was still arguing his case. As he brushed past Xiao Qian, he spat resentfully, "So you secretly rely on your father's influence." Old Madame Xiao remarked sarcastically that with Xiao Yunzhong now head of the household, even Xiao Qian carried an air of authority, leaving her, an old woman, with nothing to do but rest. Without a word, Xiao Yunzhong immediately rose to escort his mother out. It was hardly surprising Xiao Qian was such an emotionally oblivious man. Xiao Qian paid his respects dutifully to Xiao Yunzhong and Dong Shi. Xiao Yunzhong bade him sit and talk. Xiao Yunzhong mentioned hearing that Xie Chun, the father of Xie Bingsheng, was soon to arrive in Chuzhou. Xiao Qian confirmed it, telling him, "Xie Chun has been ordered to Chuzhou to manage the floods. I have been entrusted by the officials to provide assistance." His father abruptly brought up Xie Bingsheng's death, noting Xiao Qian's involvement and warning that Xie Chun might harbor resentment. He reminded Xiao Qian to be cautious in all matters. The family's relocation to Linen and the ceremony needed to be expedited. After all, Chuzhou was a border fortress. One couldn't predict when the perils of war might strike. Dong Shi consoled Xiao Yunzhong, saying that the Xiao family owned property in Linen anyway, and moving there would be convenient for father and son in their official capacities. With Dong Shi's support, Xiao Yunzhong decided to begin preparations for the move immediately after Xiao Changxi's wedding. Just as Xiao Qian was about to leave, his father began pressing him about marriage. Dong Shi took charge of the matter, declaring her intention to select a suitable match for Xiao Qian once they were settled in Linen. Xiao Qian, however, was deeply unwilling. He told Dong Shi to simply focus on arranging Xiao Changxi's wedding. As for his own affairs, they required no interference from others. With that, he turned and departed, hearing Dong Shi begin to lament to Xiao Yunzhong about how well she had treated him all these years. He felt only a surge of inexplicable irritation. Late that night, Mo Jio made his way to the entrance of Qian Yuan's small lodge. The place felt cold and deserted, rather matching Xiao Qian's temperament, he thought. He stepped forward and knocked, calling Xiao Qian's name several times. No one responded. The gate was unlatched. He guessed Xiao Qian hadn't yet returned from dealing with Xiao Changyu. With the wedding looming so close, his escape plan could not be delayed. In 3 days, he still had his appointment at Shigu Zhai. Right now, tricking Xiao Qian into helping him leave the residence seemed his only viable option. He had assumed Xiao Qian wasn't present, but then he unexpectedly saw him in the courtyard, releasing river lanterns with Xue Fang. Witnessing this scene, Mo Jio felt he must surely be dreaming, seeing the living king of hell himself setting river lanterns afloat. Xiao Qian rose and told him, "Lifting your confinement was not so that you could wander into my courtyard in the dead of night." He explained he had come seeking help on an important matter, but hadn't expected the lofty privy councillor to possess such a pastime. Yet, before he could even state his request, the other had already refused him outright. Just as he was about to argue, Xue Fang stepped forward to dissuade him. He explained that Xiao Qian didn't mean to give him the cold shoulder. It was just that the Zhongyuan festival was approaching. Xiao Qian released river lanterns to commemorate his late-birth mother. Although according to Chuzhou customs, men mostly release paper cranes for remembrance, Xiao Qian didn't know how to fold paper, so he could only release river lanterns. Mo Jio instantly chuckled. She hadn't expected that the legendary Xiao Shijun, rumored to have connections everywhere, would actually have something he couldn't do. Xiao Qian became slightly annoyed, warning Mo Jio that if she laughed at him again, he would throw her into the water. She retorted dismissively, telling him that if he did, there would be no one to help him fold paper cranes. He remained skeptical. She proudly informed him that she could even build gliders. Mere paper cranes were hardly a challenge. She then hooked his chin, calling him good boy, and added that her craftsmanship was excellent. His mother would surely be pleased. In less than 2.5 minutes, Mo Jio had folded a large handful of paper cranes for Xiao Qian. She even used her skirt to hold them, preparing to go release the paper cranes. Xiao Qian immediately averted his gaze, asking what on earth she was doing now. How could she lift her skirt so casually? She explained it was just to hold the paper cranes, merely an outer skirt, nothing significant. Having said that, she leaned closer, inquiring if he was perhaps feeling shy. Xiao Qian, having been accurately called out, felt a bit embarrassed. He cleared his throat lightly to mask his awkwardness. Immediately after, he retrieved a handkerchief from within his robes, intending to use it to hold the paper cranes. She asked in surprise, just how many handkerchiefs did he carry on his person? He was more meticulous than a woman. He retorted with a half smile, lamenting that she was a perfectly fine young lady. It was just a pity she had a mouth. Following that, he held the paper cranes and asked her to accompany him. He released the paper cranes into the water, feeling that he should let his mother know these were all thanks to Mo Jio's efforts. Mo Jiu then lit a river lantern, asking Xiao Qian's mother not to worry about Xiao Qian, to be at ease in all matters, and simply be happy herself. Xiao Qian looked at Mo Jio, finding her choice of words rather refreshing. She, however, thought differently, believing it was too contradictory to simultaneously ask his departed mother to rest in peace and also seek her blessings. After paying respects to Xiao Qian's birth mother, Mo Jio proposed the principle of reciprocity, asking Xiao Qian to help her in return this time. She told Xiao Qian that she wanted to visit Jishirtang to see the injured Li Xinmei. Without a doubt, Xiao Qian refused. He believed her visit would offer no help to Li Xinmei's injuries. She felt that Li Xinmei had been injured while saving her. She couldn't possibly betray the other's kindness. She ought to treat Li Xinmei even better. Xiao Qian then proposed having Shui Feng escort her there. Otherwise, she wasn't permitted to go. She became somewhat angry, questioning whether this was truly an escort or merely guard duty. He tapped her head with his fan, complaining that she hadn't run around enough yet, and he himself was growing tired of catching her. Seeing that he was unwilling to agree to let her go out alone, she left in a huff. Throughout the Xiao residence, everyone was bustling with preparations for the wedding between the Privy Councillor Xiao and Mo Jiao. Hearing that Song Ao and Song Yin had also arrived, Mo Jiao couldn't help but marvel at the extent of Xiao Qian's influence. She secretly took a set of Xiao Qian's clothes, planning to first go out to see Li Xinmei and then proceed to Shigu Zhai to find Shen Shimao. Wrapping the clothes around herself, she mocked Xiao Qian inwardly, thinking his idea that he could confine her simply by refusing to help was far too naive. By this time, she had already changed into Xiao Qian's clothes, arriving at Shigu Zhai disguised as a man for her appointment. Shen Shimao was currently engaged in a game of chess with someone. Seeing Mo Jiao dressed as a man, he didn't recognize her at first glance. It wasn't until Mo Jiao announced her name that realization dawned on him. He then introduced Kong Yinyang to Mo Jiao. Kong Yinyang greeted Mo Jiao with a beaming smile, explaining that his eyes were blind and asking Mo Jiao not to take offense. Mo Jiao offered a polite bow and proposed speaking with Shen Shimao alone, hoping Kong Yinyang might grant them some convenience. Watching the departing figure, Mo Jiao found the name increasingly familiar. Only then did she recall. This was the very fortune teller who had predicted her fate as a heavenly widow, condemning her to a life of misfortune. Just as she was about to call out Kong Yinyang's name, she was stopped by Shen Shimao. He complimented her dashing and heroic appearance in men's attire. She had no choice but to abandon the thought, consoling herself not to pick a fight with a man who was both blind and lame. Shen Shimao produced the letter Mo Wang had written to him, also informing her that Mo Wang would arrive in Chuzhou within the next 2 days. From the letter, she learned that Mo Wang would meet her outside the woods behind the Xiao residence at the 3rd quarter of the high hour on the 18th day of the 7th month. She carefully put the letter away, curious as to why Shen Shimao didn't seem to suspect her motives. He simply stated that he trusted anyone Mo Wang trusted. Furthermore, he expressed great interest in the man-carrying wooden kite she had constructed previously. She promised that she would certainly not treat him unfairly after her successful escape. He, in turn, wished her success in achieving her desires in advance. After concluding her business, she intended to quietly slip back into the Xiao residence. Although she had already covered her face with a fan, Wen Jingshu still recognized her and called out her name. He turned back and recognized Wen Jingshu. He hadn't expected her to see through his male disguise. Wen Jingshu explained that while Mo Jiao's disguise might fool others, she was very familiar with Xiao Qian's figure. Wen Jingshu sarcastically remarked that Mo Jiao didn't seem concerned about her husband, who had received 15 lashes, yet she knew Xiao Qian quite well. She stated she meant no harm, only fearing more trouble. With the Xiao residents now buzzing with gossip, she urged Mo Jiao to be more careful, lest she tarnish both her own and Xiao Qian's reputation. Mo Jiao found this rather laughable and told Wen Jingshu that reputation was the most useless thing to her. As for Xiao Qian's reputation, it wasn't for others to worry about. Hearing this, Song Yin emerged from the bushes, cursing Mo Jiao as a shameless little wench, not only ruining his cousin's reputation, but also dishonoring his cousin's integrity. Having failed last time, he declared that today he would definitely ruin Mo Jiao's face. Mo Jiao successfully dodged Song Yan's attack and hurled insults back at him. But before she could finish speaking, Wen Jingshu's cry of "Be careful" interrupted her. Wen Jingshu suddenly rushed over and pushed Mo Jiao aside. However, she herself was stabbed by the sharp blade. Pushed unexpectedly by Wen Jingshu, Mo Jiao stumbled backward defenselessly towards the pond. Song Yin had intended to scratch Mo Jiao's face, but accidentally injured when Jingshu instead. He immediately grew tense. At that critical moment, Xiao Qian suddenly appeared, catching Wen Jingshu and pulling her into his embrace. Falling into Xiao Qian's arms, when Jingshu called out Lu Lang, acting innocent and pitiful. Xiao Qian gently laid the injured Wen Jingshu on the ground. Song Yin explained to him that he only wanted to frighten Mo. At the mention of Mo, Xiao Qian's expression soured instantly, and he impatiently told Song Yin to get lost. Song Yin was shocked. His cousin, who had always indulged him, was actually this angry at him for someone else's sake. Xiao Qian had never spoken a harsh word to him before. He blamed everything on Mo. While Mo wasn't sure if Xiao Qian had changed, Song Yin was certainly as adept at twisting right and wrong as ever. She walked over to Xiao Qian, offering to help treat Wen Jingshu's wound, but was coldly refused. When Jingshu was injured on the shoulder, Mo thought it might be inconvenient for Xiao Qian and wanted to help, but he cut her off abruptly, lecturing her that at a critical time like this, she really shouldn't be stirring up trouble. Indeed, she shouldn't have disguised herself as him, and when Jingshu had truly taken the blow for her. But Xiao Qian didn't know the full story. One Jingshu, feigning innocence, claimed she shielded Mo willingly and asked Xiao Qian not to blame her. Mo knew Song Yin was just bluffing. She had already sidestepped his attack. Yet when Jingshu deliberately pushed her into the water and rushed towards the blade, how could that not be considered voluntary? When Jingshu immediately called out to Xiao Qian, trusting he knew her character and that she wouldn't do such a thing. Xue Fong summoned a crowd of maids, among them Wen Jingshu's personal maid, Xia Qing. Xiao Qian instructed the maids to take Wen Jingshu to lodge temporarily in the front courtyard. Xue Fong then volunteered to go prepare medicinal herbs. Xia Qing comforted Wen Jingshu, saying that Xiao Qian rarely concerned himself with female dependents, so his willingness to personally oversee her treatment surely meant he cared for her. Mo suddenly called out to Xiao Qian, telling him that if he couldn't heal Wen Jingshu, she could take over. Not only were her skills in preparing funeral effigies excellent, but her coffin-making craftsmanship was also quite good. If he needed one, she could even arrange for a double coffin. With that, she gave a cold laugh and turned, leaving the place of conflict behind. That night, Mo secretly snuck into the neighboring yard. She had ultimately set her sights on the chicken within. She reached into the coop and grabbed the handsomest chicken, deciding this good fortune rightly belonged to it. Initially, she had thought of leaving a letter to bid Xiao Qian a proper farewell, but now it seemed entirely unnecessary. As she picked up a brush to write, she fumed, telling Xiao Qian to continue being deceived by that green tea when Jingshu. She wasn't playing along anymore. She left the speckled hen in the courtyard, intending for it to take her place as the bride. Then, she made her way to the woods on the mountain behind the Xiao estate. Mo Wang had said in his letter that he would come to meet her. Just as promised, he was already waiting for her in the woods. Mounting a horse, she left the Xiao estate behind. If Xiao Qian managed to catch her again this time, she swore she would call his grandfather Dad. Suddenly, Mo worried that after she left, Aunt Lan and Li Xinmei would have no one to rely on. Mo Wang reassured her that Shun Shimao had already moved them to another clinic, and they would rejoin her once Li Xinmei recovered. Relieved, she praised Mo Wang for his thoughtfulness. Mo Wang then led Mo to a tombstone. He bowed respectfully to the tombstone, then pressed a hidden mechanism, causing a wooden door to swing open. Mo Leonard dashed out from the tomb, running excitedly towards Mo Mo Wang reminded them they would have plenty of time to catch up later. The urgent matter now was for Mo to take off her clothes. Hearing this, both Mo and Mo Leonard were utterly shocked, suspecting him of some improper intention. He explained that Xiao Qian was meticulous. As a precaution, he wanted the two women to exchange their outer robes. Mo suddenly understood. Mo Wang wanted her to hide inside the tomb to evade Xiao Qian's pursuit. Immediately, she exchanged outer robes with Mo Leonard. She then prompted Mo Wang that he could turn back around. Mo Wang told her that although the tomb was real, its contents had already been moved out, comforting her not to be afraid. She gave a scornful smile. Sending an archaeologist into a tomb was like feeding a chicken to a weasel's mouth. She suddenly grew curious why Mo Wang would offend the Shao family for her sake. Their relationship hadn't reached that point. Mo Liner quickly interjected, because she looks like Sister Ran. Mo Jiu then asked who Sister Ran was. Mo Wang didn't answer, merely telling her he wouldn't harm her. He also had Mo Liner prepare food and water for her, telling her to sleep peacefully and wait for them to come get her. She asked no more questions, preparing to wait safely inside the tomb for news. After securing the wooden door, Mo Wang left with Mo Liner. Early the next morning, the skies seemed to fall over the Shao residence. The young mistress was missing again. The bride had turned into a hen. A maidservant told Shao Qian that, under orders, she had gone to deliver wedding gifts, only to find the entire courtyard empty except for a single hen. Upon learning this, Shao Qian instructed the maidservant to take the bride away. No sooner had the maidservant left than Xue Fong arrived. He reported to Shao Qian that the person had been found at the Yulai Inn. Shao Qian immediately ordered him to gather men and head to the Yulai Inn to find her. Just as Shao Qian was heading out, he was stopped by Xia Qing, who said Wen Jingshu was in severe pain and wished for him to check on her. He rattled off a prescription for Wen Jingshu on the spot. Xia Qing stammered that Wen Jingshu insisted he examine her personally. Suddenly, he felt a pang of pain where the goo worm had bitten him, suspecting Mo Jiu had met with an accident. Xia Qing tried to say more, but was sharply rebuked by him. He sternly ordered her not to block his path. Shao Qian stormed into the Yulai Inn with his men, questioning Mo Wang for meddling in others' affairs and asking if he had considered the Mo family. Mo Wang retorted, questioning why Shao Qian insisted on forcing Mo Jiu to marry into the Shao family. Xue Fong seized Mo Liner, only then realizing that the Mo Jiu their spies had spotted was actually her in disguise. Mo Wang hadn't expected Mo Liner to be captured. He had clearly told her to leave earlier. Little did he know, Shao Qian had already ordered the backyard surrounded. How could he let Mo Liner escape so easily? Shao Qian gave Mo Wang 1 hour to hand over Mo Jiu, or he would kill Mo Liner. Mo Wang showed no fear, squaring up as if ready for a life-or-death battle. Unexpectedly, Shao Qian ordered his men to bring forth Shun Shimao and Kong Yinyang, threatening Mo Wang that he would kill one person every quarter of an hour. Shun Shimao remained completely unfazed by Shao Qian's threats, refusing to reveal Mo Jiu's whereabouts even under penalty of death. Shao Qian immediately summoned his men, intending to grant Shun Shimao's wish for death. At the critical moment, Mo Wang stepped in front of Shun Shimao, urging Shao Qian not to harm the innocent. He took all the blame upon himself. If Shao Qian needed to kill someone to vent his anger, then let it be him. Mo Liner couldn't bear to watch Mo Wang sacrifice himself and finally betrayed Mo Jiu, offering to lead Shao Qian her. Mo Wang shouted, stopping her, sternly commanding her not to speak nonsense. She pleaded with Mo Wang, arguing that Shao Qian wouldn't take Mo Jiu's life, and Mo Jiu certainly wouldn't want Mo Wang to die for her. When they arrived at the ancient tomb, Mo Wang discovered that the mechanism had been reset. Shao Qian, utterly confused, demanded clarification. Mo Wang explained that someone had tampered with the mechanism. It could no longer be opened. Shao Qian then ordered Xue Fong to gather men, intending to simply chisel the stone door open. Mo Wang stopped Shao Qian, warning that the mechanisms inside were extremely dangerous. Opening it rashly would be unwise. He asked for time to open the mechanism properly, assuring Shao Qian that he cherished Mo Jiu and had absolutely no intention of harming her. Hearing this confession, Shao Qian's anger flared, feeling that Mo Wang was tired of living. Suddenly, Shao Qian felt a wave of discomfort, his heartbeat accelerating significantly. Xue Fong noticed something was wrong. He immediately stepped forward to support him. Shao Qian told Xue Fong he was fine, but inwardly he silently prayed for Mo Jiu's safety. Mo Jiu startled awake, jolted by a sudden, intense cold that permeated the ancient tomb. It became unbearable. Realizing her feet were submerged in icy water, she wondered in confusion just what was happening. She first dismissed any suspicion of Mo Wang. If he had intended to make a move, he certainly wouldn't have waited until now. She yelled Mo Wang's and Mo Liner's names towards the stone door, but received no response. There was no visible mechanism to open it either. She surmised there must be ice soldiers beyond the stone wall. The heat that entered when the wooden door opened must have melted the ice, causing the water to seep in. Fortunately, the amount of warm air that had entered the tomb was limited, so she wasn't yet in danger of drowning. However, the oxygen within the tomb was rapidly depleting. She realized she couldn't just wait here. Craftsmen always left hidden passages when constructing tombs. There had to be a mechanism to open the door. Inside the tomb chamber, she discovered a painting depicting a maidservant, strikingly similar to the jade carving of a maidservant she had seen earlier. She guessed the two must be connected. She moved to take a closer look, but inadvertently stepped onto a hidden mechanism. Without any warning, utterly unprepared, she plummeted into the triggered trap. Elsewhere, Xiao Qian was suddenly afflicted by the goo worms, the pain forcing him to kneel on the ground. The next second, burning with fury, he interrogated Kong Yinyang, demanding if he knew how to activate the mechanism. Kong Yinyang explained that he only understood feng shui. The art of mechanisms was M.O. Wang's expertise. Learning that Kong Yinyang understood feng shui, Xiao Qian deduced he likely also understood fate and destiny. He then asked about M.O. Jio's true identity. Hearing Kong Yinyang claim ignorance, Xiao Qian forcefully shoved the man's head towards the ground. He had long known that M.O. Jio possessed the destiny of 4 pillars pure yin, making her the fated vessel of the M.O. family. M.O. Wang suddenly broke out in a cold sweat, baffled as to how Xiao Qian could possibly know this. It was the M.O. family's highest secret. Kong Yinyang immediately denied it. Xiao Qian questioned him, asking if M.O. Jio being currently inside the mechanism was their deliberate doing. Before Kong Yinyang could answer, a subordinate rushed in reporting trouble outside. Xie Chun, having arrived to deliver gifts, had heard they had surrounded the back mountain and was now attempting to force his way in with his men. Xiao Qian had no choice but to order Xue Fong to summon Song Ao, instructing Song Ao to intercept Xie Chen for him. Kong Yinyang, seizing the moment while Xiao Qian was distracted, stealthily pressed a mechanism on the stone wall. Just as Kong Yinyang was about to tumble into the secret chamber, Xiao Qian sensed the movement. With the speed of lightning, he dashed forward, managing to follow Kong Yinyang inside, just before the heavy door sealed shut. However, the secret chamber was riddled with traps, and he was quickly wounded. After falling into the chamber, he heard M.O. Jio's voice. Hearing Xiao Qian ask where she was, M.O. Jio was utterly bewildered. He was practically leaning right against her. He, however, seemed oblivious to her words, insisting that he was standing upright. A cold sweat instantly broke out on her back. If that was the case, then who or what was clinging to her? Xiao Qian moved the torchlight closer, revealing the figure to be a female corpse. He warned M.O. Jio not to turn around, instructing her to take his hand and get up first. Then, he pulled her firmly into his embrace, telling her it was a female corpse and urging her not to look. Learning it was a corpse, M.O. Jio felt a measure of relief wash over her. She believed that birth, aging, sickness, and death were nothing to fear. Yet the sight of such a beautiful woman preserved in ice here was undeniably eerie. Xiao Qian removed his outer robe and draped it over her. She told him that her clothes, both inner and outer layers, were soaked through. His robe wouldn't be of much use like this. Then, quite brazenly, she asked him to take off another piece of clothing for her. Instead, he suddenly spoke her name. He pulled her closer into his arms, asking if, before he had arrived, she had experienced any symptoms like inner turmoil or unbearable heart palpitations. She thought back. Indeed, since being trapped in the tomb, she had felt such things, but they had vanished after his arrival. Xiao Qian realized M.O. Jio's condition mirrored his own exactly. He speculated that what they felt previously weren't mere symptoms, but likely related to the goo worms residing within them. Hearing this, M.O. Jio suspected Xiao Qian was experiencing the same sensations, which explained why he had suddenly embraced her. He must have been testing his own hypothesis. But prior to this, they had both been perfectly fine. Aside from her dreams, she hadn't felt any discomfort. Perhaps the goo worms, sensing the threat of the intense cold, had initiated an emergency response, only relaxing once they found their companion. Xiao Qian deemed that the most urgent task was to escape the secret chamber. He expressed his belief that M.O. Wang, positioned above, would be able to find a mechanism to open the door. M.O. Jio, however, told Xiao Qian with an air of confidence that the Grandmaster of Mechanisms was standing right before him, yet he was still pinning his hopes on someone else. When he offered to help, she firmly pressed him down to sit. She told him that since he was injured, he should rest properly. If he truly wanted to assist, he should just talk with her, help distract her focus. Immediately, he inquired if there was any progress regarding the goo worms. The other party informed him that people had been dispatched to Miaojiang, but there was no news yet. As he surveyed the area with his compass, he mused that they still didn't even know what kind of goo had been planted, let alone how to resolve it. A drastic solution suddenly occurred to him. If they both died, the worms would perish with them. He sighed again after speaking, uncertain if they could return alive even after dying by suicide. Xiao Qian assumed he was still thinking about returning to Shui. Little did Xiao Qian know, he had no idea what Shui was. He only longed to return to his original home. He called out to Xiao Qian, telling him he did not want to marry Xiao Chongxi. However, Xiao Qian informed him that the wedding ceremony was tomorrow. The guests had already arrived at the residence, and there was no turning back. Suddenly, the sound of a mechanism echoed. Xiao Qian shouted at Mo Jio, demanding to know what she was doing. Mo Jio warned Xiao Qian not to move, as any shift in the mechanism could seal their doom here. He deduced that the 8 ice sculptures in the secret chamber were arranged according to the Bagua. Since both the ice chamber and the can trigram represented water, the mechanism should be at the can position. He twisted the flute held by the Ice Maiden sculpture, and soon cracks appeared on the ice. His gamble had paid off. Xiao Qian called out to Mo Jio. Unfamiliar with the mechanism's interior, he urged her not to take the risk. Mo Jio insisted on entering the mechanism. She reasoned that since Xiao Qian was of noble status and injured, she, as his sister-in-law, should be the one to face the danger. She picked up the Jade Maiden sculpture, informing him that the mechanism was open and Mo Wang would find them soon. Then she dashed inside. She absolutely did not want to marry Xiao Chongxi, so she decided to leave first. Xiao Qian was a step too late. He couldn't prevent Mo Jio's escape. Leaning against the stone wall, somewhat angered, he cursed, "Damn it." Picking up the clothes, he suddenly mocked himself. The master of schemes had been tricked. After parting with Mo Jio, the goo poison began to act up again. He coughed up a mouthful of blood. Xuefeng had entered the secret chamber, calling for him, but Xiao Qian stopped him. Gazing at the stone wall, he fell into deep thought. Mo Jio had escaped him again. For now, he could only leave first and plan his next move. After separating from Xiao Qian, Mo Jio again experienced symptoms of chest tightness and palpitations. Leaning against the mechanism, she felt her eyelids growing heavier and heavier. She fainted directly. Simultaneously, a loud noise erupted from Mo Jio's courtyard. The maidservant jumped in fright upon hearing the sound. She quickly opened the door to Mo Jio's courtyard and found the young mistress unexpectedly present on the bed, looking fresh and lively. She cried out in surprise and rushed off to spread the news. Mo Jio was awakened by her voice, opening her eyes to see 2 handsome barred rock chickens. Mo Jio was startled. She hadn't expected the exit of the ice chamber's mechanism to be her own bed in the Shao residence. Her escape had truly been for naught. She immediately broke into a cold sweat. This was undoubtedly walking right into a trap. Xiao Qian would probably laugh himself awake from his dreams if he knew. She touched her neck and found the discomfort gone, suspecting the goo worm had fallen dormant again. At this moment, Xiao Qian had also returned to the Shao residence. Xuefeng assisted him as he dismounted. One Jingshu had specially sent Xia Qing to greet him at the entrance, informing him that Mo Jio had returned and urging him to rest well. Xiao Qian asked Xia Qing how Mo Jio had returned. Xia Qing only said Mo Jio seemed to appear out of thin air, suddenly materializing in the room. Subsequently, Xiao Qian dispatched Xuefeng to the small courtyard to check on Mo Jio's condition, instructing him to report immediately if anything was amiss. Considering Mo Jio's wedding ceremony tomorrow and the inconvenience of her being alone, he also had Xuefeng bring back Antlan. Suddenly, he heard faint rustling sounds and loudly questioned who was there. Unexpectedly, the person was Mo Jio. Mo Jio explained she had come to see Xiao Qian. She smiled awkwardly, asking if he was all right, but Xiao Qian ignored her. Shuefeng had to step forward and inform her that Xiao Qian had sustained minor injuries in the secret passage, but was generally fine. She stepped forward and took Xiao Qian's arm. She admitted her mistake face to face, saying she shouldn't have left him behind. He merely retorted, asking if the secret passage's exit hadn't been in her room. Would he still be hearing these words from her now? She immediately broke into a cold sweat again, stammering, unable to utter a word for a long moment. Xiao Qian reminded her that tomorrow's wedding ceremony would be complex and advised her to rest well and stop running around. Learning the wedding ceremony was indeed tomorrow, she stood frozen on the spot. After so many escape attempts, she still couldn't get away. Perhaps it was fate that she must marry into the Xiao family. She raised her hand and stretched languidly, thinking that what was fated could not be avoided. Since it was so, then she might as well marry. That evening, the Xiao residence was already adorned with lanterns and colorful streamers. The servant girls were all busy preparing the items for tomorrow's wedding ceremony. Mo Jiu leaned against a pillar of the gallery pavilion, thinking that tomorrow she would become a married woman. This was her last night as a maiden. Servant girls came over to offer her congratulations. Everyone was happy about this wedding, only she felt it had nothing to do with her. She suddenly caught the scent of a fragrance, curious about who might be having a private meal at this hour. The rich aroma of wine and meat stirred her own hunger. She stood up, loosening her muscles and bones, intending to set out and find the source. She guessed the other party wouldn't refuse her. After all, sneaking food late at night ought to be shared with whoever discovers it. Following the aroma of wine and meat, she found the person sneaking food on a boat and called out loudly to stop them. The person turned back, flashing her a charmingly roguish smile. She could tell at a glance that he was a gentle and refined man, like fine jade. She couldn't help but be drawn to his exceptional aura, wondering when the kingdom had produced such a remarkable figure. The person did not introduce himself, only said that to meet was fate. He invited her to share a drink. He told her he was drinking the Xiao family's century-old fine brew, Li Shang. He was eating Linen's famous dish, osmanthus meat, hearing they were both rare delicacies. She then told him, even if she ate, she wouldn't feel indebted. He merely said it was meeting a friend through food. She then felt it would be disrespectful not to accept his offer, just by smelling the wine's fragrance. She already knew it was exceptional wine, but she had never heard of the Xiao family's home brew. Since it was so rare, how had he managed to obtain it? He only said he had brought water and meat from Linen, and thus personally prepared the authentic Linen osmanthus meat. Mo Jiu looked at the osmanthus meat in the bowl, couldn't help but wonder, was this person truly from this era? He actually knew how to cook. He told her the Xiao family, over 100 years ago, had been a renowned winemaking lineage. The wine brewed nowadays is not called Li Shang. Only the batch from 100 years ago, cellared beneath the large pear tree at the Xiao residence, could truly be called Li Shang. Now, 100 years having passed, every jar of Li Shang is as precious as gold. Ordinary people naturally wouldn't know. Hearing this, Mo Jiu guessed that he was no ordinary person. Linen and Chuzhou were separated by 1,000 miles. Preserving raw meat was exceedingly difficult, and Li Shang was worth its weight in gold. Yet this person did not treat them as rarities. She couldn't help but be curious about who he was. Learning he was a distant relative of the Xiao family could offer congratulations. Mo Jiu felt this person spoke with considerable skill, saying something that revealed nothing at all. But since she had partaken of his food, asking further would be impolite. So she raised her wine cup and drank freely with him. He told her the delicacies of the Rong dynasty were all in Linen. When the opportunity arose, he would take her to taste all the culinary delights of Linen. She asked if he truly meant it. He affirmed his words. The two thus made this pact, to convince her he would not break his promise. He even gave her the ring from his hand, to serve as a token. Once she arrived in Linen, she could find him on Zhuke Street using the token. The two then agreed to meet again in Linen. She suddenly realized he still hadn't told her his name. He dipped his finger in the wine and wrote the two characters Dongji on the table. After she read his name aloud, she suddenly made a pun based on the similar sounds. Suspecting he might have a younger brother named Qiuji, Shuefeng mentioned that the autumn season was cool and closed the window for Xiao Qian. Xiao Qian was currently wrapping bandages around his leg, perhaps due to the tacit understanding between master and servant. He told Xue Fong to speak plainly if he had something to say. Xue Fong was sweating profusely. He said that old Madame Xue had sent a message. Xiao Changxi couldn't get out of bed. Xiao Changyu had been punished with confinement. The wedding ceremony was tomorrow. They had no choice but to have Xiao Qian substitute for Xiao Changxi and perform the wedding rites with Mo Jiao. Xiao Qian was somewhat stunned upon hearing this. Looking after his sister-in-law was one thing, but now he actually had to perform the wedding ceremony with his sister-in-law. On the day of the wedding, Aunt Lan rushed back, reminding Mo Jiao to quickly rise, wash, and get dressed. Mo Jiao, who had been feeling drowsy, instantly roused herself completely upon hearing Aunt Lan's voice. Aunt Lan told her the one who helped her escape was Xiao Qian. No others were implicated. She had also reassigned people to care for Li Xinmei and instructed her further. After the wedding ceremony concluded, she would be Xiao Qian's elder sister-in-law. She must maintain a proper distance from Xiao Qian. In the future, without strong support from her husband's family, she must endure all matters. She could not act willfully or recklessly. She promised Aunt Lan she would endure. Whoever provoked her, she would deal with that person. She absolutely would not target that person's entire family. At this moment, Mo Jiao had already changed into her wedding gown and stepped out of the sedan chair. The surrounding crowd pointed and whispered about her and Xiao Changxi. None of the words were kind. It wasn't until Xiao Qian, having changed into the groom's attire, appeared, that the murmuring finally stopped. A servant girl walked before the two, reminding them it was time to perform the red silk ceremony. Mo Jiao was still puzzled. The last time she saw Xiao Changxi, he couldn't even stand. How could he possibly come to escort the bride today? She caught the faint, cool scent of mint emanating from him, finding it somewhat familiar. What baffled her even more was noticing the groom wore a pair of ordinary, everyday black boots. Just as they were about to perform the ceremonial bows, she realized the groom was not Xiao Changxi. Seeing that the groom was Xiao Qian, Song Yin immediately lost his composure. Song Ao told him to shut up and not stir up trouble. Mo Jiao felt the Xiao family was simply going too far, bullying her relentlessly. First, they forced her to marry Xiao Changxi, and now they were making her bow in ceremony with someone else. Seeing Mo Jiao unwilling to cooperate, a servant girl had no choice but to step forward to assist, quietly praying that Mo Jiao wouldn't have one of her fits. Unexpectedly, her words reminded Mo Jiao, since everyone already saw her as a lunatic anyway, she might as well stir things up. She needed to see the true face of this imposter husband. With that thought, she abruptly lifted her wedding veil. To her astonishment, her fake husband was none other than Xiao Qian. He seized her wrist, demanding, "What are you trying to pull now?" Seeing Xiao Qian, her heart suddenly began to race. She couldn't help but wonder why he would be the one marrying her. He merely stated it was his grandmother's command. Mo Jiao felt that given his status, no one could truly force him, leading her to suspect he might secretly be in love with her. Xiao Qian was rendered utterly speechless by her conclusion and warned Mo Jiao to watch her words. Suddenly, a young man burst in, intent on crashing the ceremony, shouting that Xiao Changxi had caused his sister's death and shouldn't dream of consummating the marriage. Mistaking Xiao Qian for Xiao Changxi, he yelled that he would kill him and charged forward. Unsurprisingly, Xiao Qian caught the young man's fist with ease and, in a few swift moves, pressed the acupoints to silence him. Xiao Qian reminded the youth he had the wrong person. He then ordered Xue Fong to escort the young man away, ensuring he was given food and properly calmed down. Xiao Qian ordered attendants to bring out the prepared 100-year pear blossom wine and serve it at the banquet to appease the guests. Mo Jiao wondered curiously which young lady Xiao Changxi had wronged to cause her brother to desperately seek revenge specifically on this auspicious wedding day. Xiao Qian simply said he would handle the matter. He gently replaced Mo Jiao's veil, telling her to return to the South Mountain courtyard first, who knew she would retort, mocking him. Since he was handling everything for Xiao Changxi, would he also handle the duty of producing an heir for him? Mo Jiao was quite pleased with her own cheekiness, though it sent Aunt Lan into a panic, who urged her to be careful with her words. By now, Xue Fong had already found out the young man was named Fong Jichen, and his sister, Fong Zhirun, indeed had some past involvement with Xiao Changxi. He presented Mo Wang's calling card to Xiao Qian, stating Mo Wang sought an audience regarding some matter. Xiao Qian assumed Mo Wang had come because of Mo Jiao. However, Shui Fong speculated that Mo Wang was actually their concerning Fong Jichen. Xiao Qian instructed Shui Fong to decline the visit, relaying the message that he could not step away on his wedding night. Instructions were relayed via a servant girl for Mo Jiao to take good care of Xiao Changxi and not leave the South Mountain courtyard unless necessary. Mo Jiao deliberately walked towards Xiao Changxi's bamboo house, and, just as expected, she was stopped by guards. Learning the guards' orders were specifically to prevent her from entering suited her perfectly. If that was the case, then no one would stop her from leaving the courtyard entirely. Yesterday, drinking the pear blossom wine had helped her sleep, so she decided to sneak into Xiao family's wine cellar and pilfer 2 more jars. As luck would have it, she stumbled upon the scene of Shui Fong turning away Mo Wang. She overheard Shui Fong saying Xiao Qian couldn't get away because it was his wedding night. The words hit her like a jolt, and her face flushed involuntarily. Mo Jiao crept stealthily into Xiao Qian's room and found him sound asleep. She noticed blood seeping through the bandages on his leg. She hadn't realized his injury was so severe. More surprisingly, she found his sleeping face actually rather cute. She reached her hand toward his chest. In the next second, however, her throat was seized in a firm grip. She quickly called out his name, Xiao Qian. Only then did he seem to recognize her, asking what she was doing there in the dead of night. She confessed she had overheard Shui Fong's words and actually thought he might fulfill the wedding night duties in Xiao Changxi's place, coming over to check when he didn't appear. Xiao Qian was utterly exasperated upon hearing this and told Mo Jiao it was merely an excuse not to be taken seriously. He reprimanded her for standing so close to his bed and saying so, moved as if to get medicine. But she reached out and stopped him, deliberately uttering provocative words. Her hand slid across his body as she declared that with his leg injured like this, he was nothing but a paper tiger. Finishing her sentence, she leaned even closer, challenging him. "Who are you putting on this act of indifference for?" He shyly turned his head away, stammering for her to back away. Mo Jiao felt immensely pleased, even a little smug. Following this, she decided to examine Xiao Qian's leg injury. He grumbled, complaining about how she had abandoned him back in the ice chamber. He rested his hand upon her leg, his gaze meeting hers as he teased her for holding a grudge. Xiao Qian fell into contemplation. Ever since the events in the ancient tomb, he found himself unable to regard Mo Jiao with his usual detachment. An unsettling restlessness plagued him whenever she was absent from his side, a feeling replaced by tranquility and ease only upon her return. Suddenly, Mo Jiao called out his name, assuring him she would never abandon him again. Yet, he merely questioned her. "On our wedding night, you're not in the South Mountain courtyard. What purpose brings you here?" Mo Jiao countered, wanting to know why he had been barred from the bamboo house that night. Xiao Qian simply stated that her presence was required at the South Mountain courtyard, nothing more. "The Xiao family is illustrious and noble," he reminded her, using the title of eldest young madam. "What's wrong with seeking glory and wealth?" She retorted, questioning him in turn. "The world outside is vast and boundless. What good is there in being confined to this grand estate at such a young age?" In her view, life is precious, love is dearer still, yet for freedom's sake, both can be cast away. Hearing her words, Xiao Qian inquired, "Even now that the rites are complete, do you still wish not to be the eldest young madam?" When Mo Jiao affirmed her intention to escape again, Xiao Qian sighed. He urged her not to flee just yet, but to stay peacefully within the Xiao residence for a few days. Once his wounds healed, he promised he would take her out of the estate. Mo Jiao glanced out the window. She teased him, asking if sneaking her out on a rainy day meant he intended for them to elope. He clarified that this trip back to Chuzhou was for official matters. She knew he was tasked with managing the floodwaters alongside Xiechun, specifically concerning the river near Zhaoji town. A stone statue, toppled by the rushing waters of the waterway, now obstructed the river's flow, causing devastating floods upstream. Government officials had exhausted all methods trying to move it to no avail. Only when divers went underwater did they discover the statue's ankle ensnared by 9 interlocking, iron rings. Hearing mention of 9 iron rings, Mo immediately thought of the intricate 9-linked rings puzzle. She surmised that Xiao Qian had brought her along precisely because he wanted her help in unlocking this mechanism. Seizing the opportunity, she began to state her conditions. To her surprise, he agreed without a second thought, not even inquiring what her terms were. He simply told her that whatever conditions she named, he would accept. She sensed a shift in his demeanor towards her, something distinctly different from before. Since he was willing to grant her any condition, she decided there was no need for further courtesy. Promptly, she declared her first condition. She disliked his current attitude. For the duration of her assistance, he was to address her respectfully as Ninth Master and offer unconditional agreement to everything she said. After he consented, she playfully hooked a finger under his chin, demanding he address her as Ninth Master right then and there. Through gritted teeth, he complied, calling her Ninth Master. This thrilled her immensely. She then stated her second condition. He must allow her to do whatever she pleased and by whatever she desired. Seeing his lack of response, she pressed, "Do you have any objections?" Xiao Qian retorted with biting sarcasm. "Should I perhaps offer incense to you 3 times each morning and evening?" She considered this, replying that it wasn't entirely out of the question. Exasperated, Xiao Qian slammed his hand against the wall beside her, trapping her. He declared furiously that these weren't conditions for cooperation, but rather the demands one would make when raising an ancestor. Reaching out, she gently touched his ear, suggesting that if he truly lacked an ancestor, she could reluctantly fill the role. After all, she mused aloud, having such a handsome junior descendant wouldn't exactly be a losing proposition. This was more than he could bear. His pride stung. Xiao Qian swiftly turned his head aside. But Mo didn't let him off the hook, teasing further that he was blushing again, making him look even cuter. Meanwhile, Mo Wang observed Xiao Qian's carriage heading toward Zhaoji town. He was aware that Xiao Qian carried an imperial decree. A question suddenly struck him. How had Xiao Qian discovered Mo Jio's true identity? Even Shun Mao was uncertain. Mo Wang suspected that Kong Mingyang might have been the one who trapped Mo Jio within the tomb's mechanisms. He pressed Shun Mao for a straight answer. Shun Mao confirmed that once Kong Mingyang learned of Mo Jio's identity, he wished to put her skills to the test. Mo Wang understood Kong Mingyang's reasoning, yet he felt that merely overcoming mechanisms wouldn't secure happiness for the Mo family descendants. Shun Mao then surmised Mo Wang's true intention, for Mo Jio to enter the sacred altar on Shenong Mountain. He recalled the divination he had performed previously. Prompted by the Nan Rong dynasty's suffering calamities at the hands of the Jin people, he had sought guidance regarding the heavenly way and the kingly way. The divination indicated that Nan Rong was nearing the end of a tumultuous era. The time was ripe for the land to be unified, for the dynasty to transition towards an era of prosperity. The hexagrams revealed this as a pivotal moment, an opportune time when a heroic ruler should rise to prominence in the world.